Roll the die. Roll the die. Roll the die. Roll the die. Roll the die.
I think it's time for a fireball, my friend.
Roll the die. 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 Roll the die.
It's time for Maximum Sanchez! Roll the die. Roll the die.
Would anyone care for some astral tea?
That's pretty good.
Roll the die. Roll the die.
Welcome to the Hall of Magnificence, where every hero is magnificent.
Roll the die. Today's Roll the Die.
One.
Hello, may the force be with all of you, and welcome to Roll the Die, the place for crazy tabletop RPG antics. I am Ben. I'm joined once again by Charlie, aka Bits, resident badass droid who now thinks he has force powers.
Roger.
We've also got Mike, aka John Luke, our unconscious pilot that almost died again.
So it says nothing.
He's got a habit of doing that.
Oh, it's further on a cliff.
And we have Reese playing Irene, athletic, one-handed bounty hunter.
As of last episode, one-handed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will single-handedly bring you
Hence
in.
the title of the episode today.
A helping hand.
Ha, ha, ha.
Can
And I thought
Anyway,
my jokes were bad.
we're here again with another episode of our Star Wars Edge of the
Oh,
Empire
God, this is so
campaign
bad.
named Devil's Gambit. We are on episode 19, as I said, a helping hand. But before we start, as always, we do have some bookkeeping, so I shall hand it over to the mic.
Thank you. So we do have a few
Not the
announcements.
lovely mic, just the mic.
Just the mic. I'm not lovely. We do have a few announcements
Mike.
tonight, so I will rattle through
Just
them
that dickhead.
quite quickly. Thank you, Ben. Starting off with obviously our affiliates and
Rapid fire.
sponsors of Roll the Die. We love them very much. So starting off with Found Familiar, a coffee company in Kansas City, the creators of D&D inspired coffee. I have a bag here. Here it is.
How much left do you have, Michael?
I have half a bag.
I would have thought you'd have finished.
When you order some more, Mike, what are you going to use when you go to the checkout?
I am going to use the lovely discount code, which is Roll the Die, all one word, lowercase, which will give you 10% off after you log on to foundfamiliar.com/roll the die. That's Found Familiar. Going on to Dice Envy for everyone that loves math rocks, because we love those.
Matt Rocks!
Yes, it came through that time.
I never.
I went
I think I point this way.
deeper.
Yes, I point this way.
Math rocks.
Math rocks. So yes, if you love rocks that are mathy, then head over.
Rock math.
Rockworth. Head over to diceenvy.com/roll the die. Pick out those lovely rocks made of many different
Rocks.
materials of gem, stone, resin, wood, and plastic. We love plastic. Woo! Plastic. But yeah.
Standard.
Standard. And if you head over to the checkout, the discount code is exactly the same as Found Familiar. It's Roll the Die, all one word, lowercase, and you'll get a sweet 10% off. Talking of other companies within the US, if you go to the About section of our channel, you will find the lovely lightsaber panel. If you click that, that will take you to imperialsabers.com/roll the die, where you can pick out an expensive lightsaber. We urge only do this if you have the money, because they are expensive. They're about the same price as going to Disneyland and going to Galaxy's Edge. If you also,
Oh, they look fly as hell.
but they look hella cool. They're hand-brushed aluminum or aluminium, if you're the rural kind of people.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a YouTuber lady that talks about like combat with like swords and stuff. Use one.
So these are
I can't remember her name.
These are
I can't
combat-ready
remember her name for the
lightsabers
life
as
of
well.
me.
You
So
will
they're
try to remember
awesome.
it.
If you are going to order from any three of those companies that we've talked about so far, please be reminded that they are within the US of A, which means you will be credited customs tax for your country of origin. So please do watch out for that, because it can rack up a lot of your costings. Yeah. Talking of the last affiliate of the night, we have Humble Bundle. If you would like the awesome game that is I need to say Star Trek. If you like the awesome game Star
We're not.
Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, then if you go down to the description section of the channel The Humble
The
Bundle
greatest
panel.
sequel to the greatest game.
Yes, the greatest sequel to the greatest game. Click on that. I believe it's
I
only
loved it.
£6.99 for the Knights of the Old Republic 2, or I believe it's £80 if you want the entire Star Wars game collection. Any money, anything that you do spend on the Humble Bundle via our links will be given to charity, which is the Games Aid charity within the UK. They're a great charity that help disabled individuals with the introduction to the gaming community and all the good shit that comes with it, because it's awesome. My phone keeps vibrating, so I turn that off. That's all the affiliates for the night, I believe. I don't think there's anything else that I'm forgetting for affiliates. So swiftly moving down the list, we have new followers and subs. Space Ninja as a new follower, so thank you very much. Welcome to the Dice Tray. We also have...
Wait a sec. Wait, I've just got a question.
Welcome.
How did we spot him?
It's not very good ninja. And let's be honest, everyone knows that Japan has ninjas. They can't be good ninjas.
No, everyone knows. We also...
Dan,
Every country has ninjas, just
but did
Japan
you
has
know
ones.
that everywhere has, like, a ninja parade every year,
Yeah.
but no one knows when it's being held?
Did you also know that
Or
everyone
where
has
it
a
is.
sex party?
Jesus Christ. Anyway, continuing...
Technically, his name is Spur4K3 N1 Nj4.
Well, it's still Space Ninja, it's just with alphanumerical. Continuing down, so obviously the next two followers and subscriptions happened while we were doing a rerun of episode 18, the Road Less Travelled. So thank you to Hungry Hippos for that follow. Welcome to the Dash Tray, and Namari 3DS. Welcome to the upgraded Dice Tower. May you stand mighty in that tower. Thank you very much.
Just
for
the first tier of
support.
Dice Tower.
Yes,
Got to work your way up them tiers.
Yeah, you're in the lower levels. You're in the crypts of the tower.
Yes.
Um,
The dungeon.
You must defeat the boss to proceed up to the next floor.
Going down the list of announcements, because I still have 4 announcements. Channel updates. If anyone has, you may or may not have noticed, if you click our lovely channel points button now, we have some sound effects. That me and Ben were working on until midnight the other week. It was like over the weekend. Roger. There's one. We have Roger. Thank you, Space Ninja. There's now a cooldown on those. So I've made sure
Yes.
that we do not get spammed with them. So
You know what's
thank for
funny?
that
Both
test.
me and him pressed it at the same time, so he succeeded.
He succeeded. But thank you for that test. We know that they work. I
Are
definitely
you
had to come
saying
through.
he won the contested dex check?
That's the channel updates. Apart from obviously we have some new alerts.
It's time for maximum
There is one.
Sanchez.
Thank you,
That's
Dread, for subscribing to Roll the Die. Welcome to the Dice Tray. Dice Tower. Tower now. Thank you for subscribing with
A
pride.
tower of dice.
I do believe tier 1
You have defeated the
What did it
boss
come
of
through
Twitch
as?
Prime
It
subscription.
came through.
What's the song for tier 1 sub?
It just came through.
You have
Um,
you've broken through the dreaded paywall.
the user has subscribed. Has joined the Dice
No.
Tower, and then it has the Dice Tower.
No, but what's the sound for it? Because I missed it. I can't.
Do what must
Maximum
be done,
Sanchez.
Lord Vader.
Oh
Well,
yes.
hydrate,
It's time.
everybody.
Race. Do you
Hydrate,
want to-
everyone.
I will.
It was a max. It
I
was
will
a
hydrate
maximum
first.
Sanchez.
It was Maximum Sanchez.
I will do my customary line. It's time for maximum Sanchez.
Okay, quickly running down the rest of the announcements because we want to get into this session because it's going to be a great session. Again, it's a thing if you've noticed it. If you go down to the About section of the channel, you will find a very, very, very big Patreon button because I don't know how to reduce the size of it. So if you head over to, if you click on that, you will find our Patreon page, and you can support us financially. We've made sure because we love our community and we love you guys so much. We've made sure that the pricings aren't too much because we don't want you to break your bank, and they do come with some really sweet rewards. So if you click on those,
Basically, if you can't afford to subscribe to us on Twitch, but you can afford to subscribe to us on Patreon,
Go to Patreon.
and it's cheaper for you, you get the same rewards depending on your tier.
So you get the same rewards. So they're ranking in 3
It's
tiers.
time for Maximum Sanchez.
Thank you for redeeming the sound alert of Maximum Sanchez.
That's all.
Yes, Maximum
I
Sanchez.
feel like we've made
Also,
a grave
guys,
mistake.
if you didn't catch it, guys, there was a hydrate earlier as well.
Yeah, we already caught that.
The thing is,
That
Mike,
was a hydrate.
only you can hear it.
Only I can hear it, so I'm gonna get spammed.
The
with
rest
it.
of us are saved from this torment.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yup.
So yes, if you do head over
Oh,
to the
I want to
Patreon-
hear it. I've been turning up the Twitch
Posture check,
volume
man.
so I can hear them.
Oh mate, this is gonna be a fun one. Thank you for spamming everything, guys. But yes, if you head over to the Patreon, you will find 3 tiers of the Patreon. So we have the D6 dice roller, the D12 dice roller, and the D20 dice roller subscriptions, all with really great tiers. Ben
Ben
is
is
currently on his
displaying now.
phone displaying said tiers. We have some lovely images and whatnot as well for that. Some kind of the rewards that you'll kind of get if you're on the Patreon. You will get access to monthly Q&As with some of us, or all of us, depending on what kind of campaign we're running, or what kind of things you'd like to find out, as well as credited shout-outs at the end of streams, and I believe there's also Discord benefits, which brings me on to my next point. Discord. If you do exclamation Discord, you can join our Discord. I'll quickly run.
Discord.
There we
Please
go.
do, especially if you are a subscriber, because we do have a supporter section where you can access all the early access content.
Yes, so we do show
Also
early
known
access
as
content.
the
which
opening crawl.
is our opening crawls and any recap sequences or videos
I'm
that will be popping up.
also going to post any roles that excite me. So
And
you
you
know
just-
when I
Any
usually post it in our group
exciting
chat.
roles. Ooh.
You know when I usually post it in our private group chat.
Oh,
And now going to get posted in that.
Nice.
You will now
So
get to
everyone
see.
can join in.
You will
on
now
like,
get to see the resulting roles.
You now
And
get to see the deaths.
So apart from
Oh.
the Discord, please do join it. We, you know, talk
It's
to us
free.
behind stream.
I agree, Dread Souls. It does.
It's free.
It's a free thing to do. We're
It
not.
just costs your soul.
Yes, we are. We're not charging you to join our Discord. Please come join us. Please come join in the fun
little
behind
bit of
streams.
We love you.
We love
Join
everyone.
us.
Yeah, I agree with Dread Soul and
Join
Call Me Shiner.
Join
That
Yeah, right.
they're saying roles that excite you sounds very like a dice kink or something.
The final announcement is final announcement, which I'm also going to pump straight into the lovely command by doing exclamation YouTube. Head over to the YouTube channel to catch up on any of our previous episodes of Devil's Gambit, as well as our the very first one-shot continuous campaign that we started nearly a year ago. We are very. I think we are at 10 months now of Roll the Die. This is 10. We're at 10 months already.
And if you want a fun fact about the very first stream, I unknowingly was concussed at the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Charlie was hella concussed.
I just got back up quickly and thought I was fine. I was not fine.
And he was DMing.
Yeah.
I have created playlists to list all the podcasts.
Yes.
Just Devil's Gambit, just the Heroes of Shan / the Guild of Halls of Magnificence. Guild of Magnificence, and also I've
Magnificence.
created one for the special episode. So that includes our Christmas special, that includes our level 20 dungeon,
Further access
anything
Dungeon
that's
Doom.
not a continuous story.
Or canon to us. In other
canon.
campaigns.
Yes.
Apart
I mean, it's
from
all canon.
that, that is every single announcement done.
Oh, can I interject one thing?
Sure, go ahead.
Um,
Charlie.
That YouTube you wanted to shout out earlier, Ben. I believe that was Michelle Krista Smith, who does all the epic lightsaber
There
tricks.
we go.
It's like-
Check that out.
She
The
also shows
swordswoman.
you how to fight in a course
So if you want to watch some
and a dress.
If you want to see some
Yeah, it's
fucking
baby
awesome
action fighting with a lightsaber,
action.
then go and watch her. I'm sure it's amazing. Also, if you
And
haven't,
swords.
if you haven't also
She's
actually,
she's a historian.
Ah,
She's
nice.
actually a historian.
Do you know what? The chat actually gave me the perfect announcement to quickly do. If you haven't followed us on socials, follow us on socials because you'll get all of our updates.
Please.
Please follow us
Especially
on
Twitter.
socials, especially Twitter. You'll get a lot of our announcements. And if
We do have a Facebook page.
Yes.
I have set it up to automatically post the YouTube videos
and also when we go
through
live.
third-party software.
And when we go live, because I've set that up.
It's
you set it up
time
for it?
for Maximum Sanchez.
Ben, thank you
I
for
got to share
subscribing
it.
for 2 months.
I got to share. It let me do it.
It's time to roll the die. Talking of roll the die, and other rollings of things. Who's ready to see the opening crawl? I know I am.
Always.
Let's go. Yeah.
Unless you're a subscriber, you've already seen it.
And if you're a subscriber, that's already been seen. But we're gonna roll that right now for you
But
guys.
now
So
you get to
please,
see it moving.
you can see it. Well, please enjoy.
Dim the lights.
This time in 3D.
Dim the
In
lights.
3 dimensions. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the opening crawl for episode 19, A Helping Hand, written by Reese. So thank you, Reese.
So, a quick
You
recap
liked it.
on it. Mike's unconscious. John looks unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Roger. One-handed.
Roger.
And Bits is now a droid that thinks
They'll
he
never
has a
take
force.
me alive.
He thinks he did what
I mean, I
Irene
can't
did
have-
to save him.
Thank you, Will. Thank you for the Roger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Charlie. It's something she has force powers.
Yep.
But the the opening shot, it's literally the exact same scene we finished on. So the camera, this time it's flipped round, so the camera is on Irene's face as the Deveronian lady looks at you, the Deveronian Jedi. She looks at you and says to you, "Is like, so you finally answered, finally seeked out the cause."
Wait, you're who was talking to me? But you're the one who was calling me here.
I was trying to seek out other potential, lack of a better word, potential force wielders.
So you're telling me there's
I
no
know
one
that-
else here?
I know the
No one else has been sending out force signals.
not that I'm aware of.
Only BT.
I and then they just put
Right.
you back on someone else.
That's just
Oh
great.
wait, that's talk.
Talk bring you to BT.
Someone, I think she's got someone else signed in on her password.
Password is Gambit fucker.
We're tuned into
Um,
the
What?
network.
Why? Leave the rabbits.
Anyway, so yeah, she looks. She says, "Well, I was trying to send
So-
signal, like speak to the Force to try and direct you, or anyone, I guess, towards.
So, wait,
towards
hang on.
me.
Do you mean to tell me that you were the one talking to me in my head with my sister's voice? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
You have a sister?
Great. So you didn't even know. You didn't even know where she is. She's not here.
She
This whole trip's been
she
a
looks at-
fucking waste.
she looks at you. She's like, as I just said, I spoke to the Force to try and convey a message. I could not control.
Yeah,
how
well, the
that
Force has been
message
doing
was
nothing
projected.
for me at the moment. All right.
Well, the Force doesn't do much for anyone. Look at the shit we're in.
This is where John Luke just pops up.
Look
and
at the
just
shit
goes-
that this got caused.
But if John Luke could wake
Force
up right
caused
now,
all this shit.
if John Luke could wake up right now, I'd just be like, well, we did
The
take
Force
out
was
that
blamed for all
Empire.
this shit.
We did take out that Empire assault on the Vox binary base, and then just goes back unconscious.
She just sort of like,
Quiet, John.
like despite having like red skin already, she looks like particularly just sort of like a bit emotional at that statement. She's like, sorry, been alone for a while, lost my composure there. She takes a few deep breaths and goes over to a pot that had like some stew cooking and stirs it.
It's sort of
Well,
like
look, we won't be here long.
It's like, so what's with your friend? She points to John Luke.
But
who's like,
nothing you need to worry about. Look, we'll get as soon as he's awake. We'll go. It's obviously been a waste of time.
She walks over to him and just puts her hand on it, like hand on his forehead. John Luke, you recover 6 strain.
What are you doing? Leave him alone.
Does that bring you no longer unconscious?
I'm now down to 8 strain.
Are
if you're below- if you're past
are you
your-
below threshold?
Yeah, I'm below threshold.
Then you're no longer unconscious.
Yeah, you can wake up.
I waketh the fuck up.
You notice her
John,
hand
okay.
glowed exactly. Bits. You notice her hand glowed exactly how Irene glowed after her fight with Mykira.
I asked the spiky lady. Can you do that at range?
I wake up delirious.
Honestly, I haven't tried.
Can anyone explain to me why there's
Interesting.
a really hot, spiky person touching me or near me?
It's your birthday, John.
Oh hell yeah! I know what this means.
It's origin.
He's that delirious that he's not speaking it like himself. This is the original John Luke.
John.
It's
Johnny,
a
okay, how you
Bison
feeling?
tries to whisper but doesn't whisper. Just says, "I think this is what we call sugarcoating things."
What-
So this is
what's a
the.
sugar
I'm gonna
coat?
post this into. Gonna put this under supporter.
Is this a
I'm gonna
picture
put
of
it.
our Deveronian?
It's gonna be under early. It's gonna be under early access content, but I'm gonna change that to supporter reward. This is the picture inspiration for her. So I do not own this artwork. I just found this on Google. It's probably the best representation of what I imagine she looks like. So that's what she looks like.
Yep, John Luke is definitely delirious, but he's definitely seeing a hot Deveronian.
She looks over at you. Is like, you do know why I was trying to call you here, though. Trying to call anyone that was at least Force attuned.
Why?
Looks over at you.
Look, I'm not interested in all of this Jedi crap, alright? I had my own business. I'm just trying to get to grips with this Force thing. It seems to be nothing but a burden at this point. I'm just done, alright? Every single lead that I followed with every single time
like,
I've tried
well,
to
you
listen
came
to it,
here,
it's
so
just...
clearly you want help with it.
No, I kind of step
I mean,
Do you not?
we kind of brought her here because We think she's going mad.
I'm not going mad, John. All right. I
Um,
heard her. I heard her voice.
Right.
You said this voice you heard was your sister.
Yes.
Yes.
She's not here.
Well, in
Why
that
isn't
case,
she here?
if you heard your sister's voice through the Force, that would only mean that she had a connection to the Force. Therefore, I presume she passed away, seeing as she's talking to you.
Oh, that's a
Force,
way to
but
describe it.
She takes note of what you said there, but she continues her sentence first. She's like, so when I asked the Force to reach out to anyone, clearly the Force felt a familiar voice would be the best way to contact you, I imagine. I don't know how the Force works in full detail, and I'm a fucking Jedi Master.
Hmm.
At least I was before the fucking purge.
Force doesn't need to be a complete arsehole about this.
Yep, it can be.
John,
She looks
John,
at,
come
she
here.
looks
Give me a
at you
head.
and is like, "You're not the only person
I
that has lost
I'll take my head
lost
off.
people." But she looks at you, Irene. She's like, "You're not the only person that has lost people due to the Force, but."
Wait,
How-
just as a
If you
side
don't
note,
mind me asking, how did your sister, if I'm
She
free to
was-
ask you about it,
I put my hand on Irene's shoulder.
I don't know you. I don't know you well enough to share that information, alright? So let's just leave it as it wasn't good. John, you
I'm
regain
actually gonna give me 1 second.
you regain 6 hit
What's
points.
your?
Thank you.
She's trying to negotiate. She's trying to coerce information out of you, isn't she?
She is.
What's your discipline check?
She is.
What's your discipline? check?
Okay. What difficulty?
What's your discipline? I mean, that's the difficulty
my
of her role. I
Okay,
need to
my
know.
discipline is 4. My discipline is 4 and my willpower is 4.
Okay, so 4 red.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Damn, boy.
I am quite wise and quite disciplined.
No, you're quite.
You're also quite stressed.
I was going to say it's willpower, not wisdom. You're quite
That's,
willful.
yeah, no. I'm very willful. Irene's strong-willed. Stubborn, I believe, is the correct word.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get her stats up, but Star Wars Adversaries is taking an arse-long time
We
to
love
load.
Star Wars adversaries.
It works.
In the
except
meantime,
when
yeah,
you need it to.
I've touched my hand to like John's forehead and just
Gonna
like
load it
healed a
up
few
on
of his
my
wounds.
phone 'cause it's pissing me off.
I was actually my wound.
How badly hurt are you, John?
I mean, my head hurts, but because I still have.
Yeah, you
quite
did
a-
actually take much damage.
I
Because
did
you
take
didn't fall,
much
luckily.
wound damage. I took a lot more strain damage than anything else.
Here we go.
Because I took.
Do you actually remember what happened, John?
I remember trying to slice my hand off with your lightsaber, and then climbing up a cliff.
Willpower.
But apart from that, no.
Oh yeah, I owe you some. I owe you something for that. Irene slaps you.
Is it with the hand that's missing?
If you ever try,
You just.
No,
pick up
it's
the other
not.
hand and just slap me with
If
your
you-
severed hand.
if you want blood all over your face, sure.
I've already.
Yeah, if you ever try and do something
I've
that's
already
stupid again,
ingested
I
some of
will
your
catch
blood.
you.
She
What was that?
Oh yeah, that's
she
true.
seems quite. She seems quite convincing. Just so you know that she rolled
But-
3 success but 2 threat. So
You're not going to drop this if I don't tell you, are you?
You may spend the threat to. Actually.
Yeah, she's not going to get the full picture.
The extra threat may be spent to represent a building resentment to the coercing character. Alternately, it may be used to undermine the outcome of the character's coercion attempt. She didn't.
She's not going to get any.
Succeed, so it does seem like you get the feeling that she might be out for your best interest and trying to help you.
Okay.
But you're really wary. Like really wary.
You seem like somebody's not going to drop this unless. So, and fuck it. At this point, what have I got to lose? Yeah, my sister was killed by some Imperial assassin. I don't know. And I don't know why. I don't know what their reasoning is. I don't know where they are now. But I need to do something about it. And standing around here, answering ghosts.
She puts her hand up. She puts her hand up just to stop you mid-sentence. It's like Imperial assassin.
Yeah, some.
What did they look like?
Well,
A lot of the Imperial assassins. A lot of the
someone
Imperial
else.
assassins that go after Force users tend to be former Force users. I say former Jedi.
I kind of chime in and be like, well, I mean, we are being chased by one at the moment, kind of.
What do they look like?
I think there was
So
Zabrak.
Or Zabrak.
She looks at you and then describes the person, and like the way she says it is like, did they look, and then describes the person perfectly.
Does the 13th brother ring any bells?
I put my hand on my lightsaber,
she's
and
like,
I'm just sort of like,
no,
how do you
she's
know
like-
them?
they were my Padawan.
You trained them. They're a Force user.
Years ago,
And they tried to kill
when they were
me.
young.
Not even with the Force. They tried to kill me with a gun.
From what I'm aware, some of them, when the purge was happening, turned to the dark side and sided with them. I couldn't control that. I had to leave. I wasn't anywhere near my Padawan when that happened. I was off elsewhere.
Wait, so you can tell?
There was a
so you can tell me
fucking
how to
war
kill them?
going on.
Hold on, Irene. We don't know how much.
Kill them like you kill anyone else.
But
You know what this bastard did, and she's not the only one that he's done it to. He's going in the dirt one way or another.
It's like, and I don't condone anything that he's done prior to my teaching, like post my teachings.
we don't know.
I did
what
not
other-
teach that.
We don't know what other teachings
I taught him.
they've learned. This could be a hard battle. if you
I
do
taught him
try.
to only. I taught him a lot of calm and patience, and basically don't act unless someone acts towards you. But by the sounds of it, dark side's corrupted him.
I think he's a little bit further gone than you remember.
I know.
Well, it's been quite some fucking time
I know
since I
we've
last
only
saw
just-
him, hasn't it?
I know we've only just met.
She gives you a really sarky look, and then like goes back over to the stew, plates up a bowl, and just like swing. Like she throws it at the air at you, so like it spins through the air for you to catch.
Can I hang on? I'm gonna roll.
Use the Force. Use the Force. Use the Force. Use the Force.
And she throws one at John Luke as well, towards John Luke.
So I rolled two. I rolled two dark sides, so I cannot use my move.
Oh no.
So I'm just gonna try and
Oh
catch
yeah,
it.
because I have all the destiny points.
You do have all the fucking destiny points. Can I speak to this
I'll
to our Deveronian?
say, you can do, but there is a bowl of stew coming at you.
Once I have.
I'll
the
say
stew-
roll me an athletics check, but using your agility.
Oh, that's fine because my
Okay.
agility.
Yeah.
Did you purposely do
Uh,
that?
2 purple.
2 purple, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
so,
is like the Star Wars
same for me.
equivalent of a deck save.
So athletics, but
Is
with
this the
agility.
same for me?
Yes.
So I roll 4 green.
Bits. She doesn't. She almost goes to throw you one. She was like, "You're a droid,
Yes, he
aren't
is.
you?"
There he is, dude.
He's our friend.
I guess.
Roger,
it's
Roger.
not mine
I say as I pick my bowl up off the floor because I got 3 advantage and no success.
I got 2 success, so I
It doesn't.
managed to
Your
catch one.
advantage is it doesn't spill.
Nice.
The advantage for Irene is it doesn't spill.
I got 2
That's all
success.
your advantage.
So
I go to catch it.
I'm guessing I catch my.
You
my-
catch it.
Nice.
I naturally go to catch it with my left, and I forget that I don't have a hand, and it just slumps on the floor.
She looks over at Bits is like,
Shit.
I never thought I would see a B1 still working.
Oh, we look after him.
I thought,
Surprise.
yeah, I am.
It doesn't just
All
work.
of them got decommissioned.
Surprise.
They tried.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Can I invoke protocol firework? I'm renaming the use of the grenade launcher as initiate firework protocol.
No.
Inside the cave.
Why?
But no,
It's just shoot John in the leg.
You'll
I'd
bring
like-
the cave down.
Roger.
Thank you for claiming that, Roger. That was kind of like perfect timing. Charlie, fuck you. It was you. But no, I'd like to, while munching down on this delicious stew, which I can assume is delicious, I'd like to talk to our newfound person.
Familiar?
That's it.
She takes her she's taken the hood off of her robes at this moment, so you can see her face. But like as she sits down to eat, she does take the full robes off. You see quite a few scars on her arms, but also like
you can get help for that, right?
You can see a fairly just sort of like longish lightsaber at her side.
Hey, hers is bigger than yours.
I just shoot John like a glare, like.
Hey,
The
I've been...
Deveroni just sort of laughed. The Deveroni just kind of she almost spits out some of her stew in laughter.
I've been knocked out. You know,
That's
I
pretty
need to reboot.
You really are.
Ben, stop.
You really are starved for humour, aren't you? If you're laughing at
What I
his
find quite
jokes.
funny, Ben, is that cantina time. I'm gonna have to mute that on the YouTube now because I don't think
Oh,
we can
shit.
use it.
It's just a Twitch only thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to remove
With
that.
these robes,
Mike,
Space
remove it.
Ninja.
Conveniently, no one spoke during that
We are
15
talking to
seconds of
Jedi
cantina
Master.
time.
Conveniently remove it.
No, yeah, well, I'll remove it in a minute.
Wait, what? What's the issue with that?
We've got DMCA
It's
flagged on,
copyrighted?
We get flagged on YouTube.
The moment it gets uploaded to YouTube,
Actually-
we'll get copyright.
Even
Ah.
if it's just like less than 1 second.
Yep.
Oh, it's like
It's 15 seconds on Twitch, but because it's run through an extension, we haven't got to worry about that. But because it's and I do have the sound.
Cool.
drop open, so I
Anyway.
can get rid of it.
You shoot a glare at John Luke. Okay.
I re-rolled my force die. I got 2 light sides, so I'm going to, while I'm trying to awkwardly fumble to balance the soup, I'm just going to use the force to sort of like hold it in place so I can eat it.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello there.
Just sort of like, I'm
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
next to Bits on a log just eating stew.
It's a rock, but yeah.
Wait, are you trying to use the force to hold it steady, or?
Yeah, it's sort of like.
I'm literally using the force to levitate the bowl in front of me.
Okay. Bits like sort of like sees this and is like, he just puts his hands underneath the bowl, like, to help like hold it in place.
Well, now that I got
Thanks,
rid of the
Bits.
cantina time, I've actually updated the sound. There's now a new sound in there.
Which one is it?
Oh no.
Hey man, how's it going?
I put greetings in.
Yeah, I put the greetings in.
Club grog.
Yes, Club Rock
Nice.
got his lines in now. But yes.
Well,
Gotta get a
you
few
have
club grogs in there.
Am I still
Still
getting
mad.
head stare by Irene? I just look over at Irene
Yes.
and go,
While
No,
you're
I'm-
eating.
No, I'm eating and like chatting to Bits now, just sort of saying thanks for holding the bowl.
I'll chat with our Deveronian.
Okay.
I mean,
Because John Luke's John Luke.
Mhm.
It sort of like as you're eating, like Bit says, well, look at the bright side. We can build you a cool superior robot hand like mine.
Oh yeah, I just.
I mean,
realised
that could be
why
pretty
you have
cool,
to
Bits.
Float the bowl. It took me like about 10 minutes to realise. Oh, I had a dumb moment.
Good job, Ben. Good job.
Well, she wouldn't be able to hold the
what
bowl and eat from it at the same time.
Is it her masturbation hand?
I mean, no. Come on, that's a dominant hand. Come on.
Ooh la la, dominant.
Yes, you were wanting to talk to the Deveronian?
For two reasons. One, because John Luke's
Yeah.
going to go up to his own ways. And two, because I'm a good friend to Irene, and we need help, and all the help we can get, so...
And Irene is being stubborn and doesn't want help.
Irene's been stubborn,
It's too help for me.
I'm gonna make sure that we get the fucking help.
No character development.
Mein Hand ist kaputt.
I sit down a comfortable distance. Not so that I'm invading her private space, but
She's just sat on a rock, you're sat on a separate rock.
I'm on a separate rock. We're on a rock chairs. I feel like the
Wait,
Flintstones.
who's on the third rock from the flame?
Who's through the fire in the
Go.
flames?
Jesus Christ.
Bits. Charlie. Charlie, we
I-
mentioned,
Yes,
man.
what do you...
I do apologise for my stubborn friend. She's not very comfortable with new people. Trust me, you should have seen the first time I met her. She blamed me nearly for everything. Not that.
Hey, John, look, I got a present for you.
It was
I'm gonna
accurate.
wrap it.
Roger, Roger.
Not that everything was
It's
really
all
my
that,
fault.
that's what it
You
is.
know, I didn't. Wasn't my fault that we got abducted by a freaking Imperial class Star Destroyer. You know.
Yes, it was.
Shut up. I mean, you know, I
The
could.
Deveronian looks, he's like, you guys have escaped a Star Destroyer.
Oh yeah. If it wasn't for my valiant flying, we'd never got out of there.
It's
And, you know,
sort of like now looks at like sort of like slowly turns to look at John. Who's like,
She looks over at the rest of you to just sort of like, is this guy speaking the truth? Like, that's the look that she gives.
And I'm looking over there, just going.
I mean, he's a good pilot, but Bits helped. Bits was also instrumental in getting us out there. I will
That,
say, John is
I
an
believe.
exceptional
I can
pilot.
see how heavily strapped he is for armaments. It's like, I can believe that.
No thanks to me. I put them on him. Most of them, at least. Bits, show that grenade launcher. Initiate firework protocol.
initiate Operation Killing Floor. Yeah, it's like the grenade launch just like out of the shoulder.
She looks over at you. Is like, so did you reprogram the B1 droid or?
No. I
He
found
doesn't-
him. This is a little bit of
He doesn't.
this is a little bit of backstory that me and Bits haven't really kind of discussed, actually. So this
Work
is
it on
good.
the fly. Boom.
Yeah.
Whack it up. I found him while doing some smuggling runs, and I needed a friend, you know, because it gets lonely in space. Flying a crate on your own.
She just sort of like points to the cave, like that. It's like,
I can imagine. I know
yeah.
how no, it feels. You know how it feels. But no, I found him in the condition of he was somewhat sentient, and it was a very weird notion to see a droid that could understand full human language and not say
Wait.
more than just Roger Roger.
Droid with sentience.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but we've seen a lot of weird in this galaxy in the last few weeks. There's actually more than
I've
one.
seen a lot of weird in this galaxy, and I have not seen that.
He's not the only one.
There's loads of them.
There's loads. We defended a base from the Empire.
Oh, so you've had run-ins
Yeah.
with the Empire multiple times, not
yeah.
just escaping a
No,
Star
we-
Destroyer.
They tried blowing
By
up
my
the base.
count, about a dozen times.
We've had our fair share of shit.
There must be something special about you guys if you managed to survive all those times.
Well, we had
If you're worried about the Empire, coming after us, don't. We managed to scrub our wanted profiles. They don't know anything about us.
Yeah, we broke into an Imperial base.
She actually seems really intrigued by this. It's sort of like, do tell.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. It was a kind of a. It was a case of we needed some information on obviously your Padawan, and we thought, you know, I had some contacts on Coruscant that would have been able to help us, and we found a guy. I don't know if you've heard of the establishment, the Devil's Gambit. It's-
She thinks for a moment. It's like, weren't they a hot dog cart?
I
They,
think
like a little cart.
originally, yes.
They would seem to have moved up in the world.
They've moved up and
The-
kind of stretched out across the
He
galaxy.
has been in hiding for many years.
They kind of stretched over the galaxy.
make good
They're as
folks.
big as Space Amazon,
Amazon.
Spamazon.
She
You mean
doesn't know what you're
Spamazon?
talking about. She's like,
You've been in this
What?
cave for a lot longer than we thought. Okay.
I've been in this cave.
They've got
since
franchises
The Empire took
all over
over.
the place.
So wow. Okay. But we needed some
John,
information.
I've seen a lot of. John, can I just say I've seen a lot of awkward bar flirting. This is like textbook. This is just Irene across.
Sorry. But it was a case of we needed some information. We had to do a job. I mean, Irene nearly died in a brawl fight, which was a great thing before going to break into an Imperial base.
Yeah, and I got this as well, and I'll lift my vest up to show like the scar along the side of my stomach.
Badass fight scar.
She looks at you. It's like, your heal powers haven't properly developed then.
Nothing's properly developed.
Well, that's when they manifested.
She
Sort of a-
she looks at you.
I
And
guess
like, I can fix it if you want.
Can you
Or I
fix,
can
No,
show
it's a
you, or I
good
can train
reminder.
you.
can you fix this? Unbuttons and pull shirt over because I still have that fucking. There's definitely some damage still to my chest.
She just sort of like
Your Padawan did this,
awkwardly
by the
puts
way.
She awkwardly put her hands on it and just sort of like her hand glows and you just see the scar just sort of start to fade and the burn start to fade
Hey,
and return to normal looking.
hey, good as new.
Then she takes her hand away from you.
Ooh, it tingles.
So, it sort of like looks at that and then looks at Irene's stump. It's like,
Hand.
She looks at you. Sadly, the
Could
Force
you-
can't replace limb.
Can it repair the
It
limb?
has some limitations.
Limb.
Oh,
Itations.
it only
Not
seems to have
very
limitations
well.
when it's convenient.
Ben.
Huh?
Limitations.
Hey.
Gotta hand
I'll
it
slap
to
you with my.
That was
I'll
good.
slap you with my stump.
Does John Luke
Not
say?
John. I
does John
slap
Luke,
Mike. I slap
no,
Mike
but
with my
does John
stump.
Luke say her limitations?
Yeah.
And she's like, gotta hand that to you. That was a good one.
Hell yeah.
She looks over Irene. I'm like, and she gives you like an "I'm sorry" look.
Hey, she's always. It's like she's part of the crew. The banter is real.
The banter
She's
is
a-
strong with this one.
She's actually enjoying the company, not having anyone around for years.
Which kind of
And
brings me
yes.
to my next question. Is
For
well,
£1,000.
I know. Obviously, we're talking about our valiant journeys in the galaxy. Irene probably won't ask you this, but you know, we could use as much help as possible. One fighting, you know, this Zabrak that's been hunting us down, and I don't know if Irene, you know, she probably needs training or something. I don't know how the Force works. I didn't really believe in the Force until I saw it and got hit by a plate from it.
Yeah, the Empire did very, very well. I understand it. Doing that.
You know,
I've heard
I'm
little
from
things here and
Kessel.
there.
You don't really see that over in Kessel. Or at least
Nah,
not
everyone's
my-
too high on spice.
Yeah, maybe. Well, not me. No, never me.
It was a highly effective smear and disinformation campaign.
But you know,
She looks at you. It's like, well, if she would accept it, I was saying that I was going to offer to train you. That is why I kind of called you here. Just, well, any Force adept person, just so that they had instruction in it, so they did not sway
I turn to Irene.
away from the good of the galaxy.
No, I turn to Irene and just go, like, you know, she wants to help.
Is it just sort of a?
It's like a hello. Like she wants to help. She wants to train you.
Bits is ignoring this conversation and basically looks straight at the lady and is like,
Well,
Would
my
you
actions
tra-
there exactly what John Luke were doing.
it's like, I accept your training.
She looks at you confused. It's like, huh?
When John was falling, I think I pulled him back up with the Force.
No, I think that was Irene. Sorry to let
Yeah,
you
but
poke
Bits
that
around.
was
of
me.
like looks at Irene.
I didn't want to burst your bubble. You looked so happy.
He's
Oh.
like a child.
It's like this is like sits back down sadly.
I rest my stump on Bits' shoulder. I go, Bits, there's one thing that the Force can't do, and that's shoot highly explosive projectiles
And
directly
that's
at
killed
people's
20
faces.
people in one turn.
And kill a lot of Empire.
Yeah.
Like you don't need the Force. You're a bad asteroid. You don't need no Force.
She's really.
You don't need no Force.
You notice that Deboronian is really considering just handing you a bowl of stew just to make it feel like you fit in.
Please hand
She
him
brings
a bowl
you a
of
bowl
stew.
of stew bits. She hands Bits a bowl of stew.
A bit sort of like takes it. Obviously, he can't drink it, but
He just does this.
Just
so he just sort of like holds it.
Nosedives into it.
Does it make him feel like it? Does it make
Splashes
him
it over
feel
his
like he
face.
belongs though?
He appreciates the gesture.
It's like I don't have any oil. Sorry.
No, just get some Vimto
It's
and
fine.
liquid nitrogen. That's a red dwarf.
with
reference.
regards to the Force and everything, I want to learn how to control it. I do, but I have to find him first. I have to stop him.
How do you expect
Can't
to stop
let-
someone with years more training than you without at least some form of training?
We fought an army. I mean, he's just one guy.
Fought an
like,
army. Have you fought a force
Yeah.
user?
Is there a difference?
Yes. There is a vast
I can imagine that
difference.
there is.
Well,
Um,
I just want to avenge my sister. I just want her to be at peace. And I can't do that. Can't feel that way until he's gone.
then let me help you.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, isn't this going to be... I hold up my hand and gesture to my stump. Isn't this going to be a problem, though? I mean, how do I fight and train when I've been crippled like this?
She looks at you as like, is that your dominant hand?
No?
Then you'll be fine. You don't need the hand
Okay.
to control the force. It's just, at that point, it's just gestures.
Stump. It's like literally.
All right, then.
To be honest, casting the force is like using a semantic spell in
It really
D&D.
is.
It's just a gesture.
Okay. Irene stands up, she takes off her coat, and she's like, all right, what do I do? How do I start?
She points to a rock over there, and she's like,
Mhm.
It's fairly big, bigger than a lot of the stuff that you've lifted up. Lift it.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to
You've
try and
already
lift it.
shown me that you can use that aspect of the force.
In terms of, like, game, how big is the rock? Like, what silhouette?
Silhouette 2.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can lift the... So... Oh, no, hang on. No, one to activate, and then... Yeah, no, I can't lift the rock. I can lift some of the smaller rocks around it. I can't lift the rock itself.
Okay, she sees you do that, and she's like, okay. Well, we can work
I've lifted
on that.
things like this before, but...
It's okay, we can't
God damn
always. We all have those days.
Can I...
She's like, what?
Let me try again.
She's like,
She's going to try one more time.
She puts her hand on your shoulder, and is like, just control your mind. Roll me a discipline check. 2 purple.
Yep. Mm. 3 success, 2 threat.
Okay, you calm your mind. I will let you re-roll a force die, one singular of the die, if you don't like the result.
Okay. I don't need to, luckily. So I can spend 1 to use the power, and then I got 3, so I spend 1 to use the power, and 2 to increase its silhouette up to 3.
Okay.
Up to 2, sorry.
Okay. She says, good. Now, move it about. Show me what you can do with it.
Everyone, please stretch.
Stretch, everyone.
Okay.
Please stretch.
So I sort of I move the rock around in like a little I sort of rotate it, I move it up and down, side to side. Then I just sort of gently set it down.
And then re-stretches.
I'm actually
Look at those guns. Look at those
stretching my toes
guns.
right now. I am actually stretching my toes right now.
It is the
I
high
work hard
cards.
for the money. She works hard for the
what do you do
money.
with the rock?
Yeah, so just sort of rotate it on the spot, move it up and down slightly, side to side. I make it go in little circles, and I just sort of set it back down.
She's like, okay, good. That's probably one of the most standard abilities that the force is used for. what other stuff do you have like any vague knowledge of any other stuff that you have and might be able to use?
I healed before. It's
Okay,
it's
that's
not
a
very
good
strong,
start.
but
We
I can
also
do it.
start somewhere. That's good to know.
I mean, I don't know if there's any other ways I can use the force. Like, can I use it to like pull myself? Like, so I can lift boulders and things. Can I lift myself? Like, can I fly?
Sadly, no. We haven't worked that out. No one seems to have worked that one out yet. That would be fun, though. That would be fun. Have you used it in any other form, shape or form?
It's guided me sometimes in combat, like when I've been fighting, and just feels like the force is like when I'm using my lightsaber, it feels like the force is always at my back.
Well, that is.
I don't know if that's
the
just the
lightsaber.
weapon though.
If you're not force attuned, you're probably not gonna do too well with a lightsaber.
Other than that, no, I haven't felt the force in any other ways.
Our character, does Irene not remember using force lightning?
Irene probably does. Reese didn't. So roll it back. There's one other time. The only other time I've ever used anything different other than moving or the heal. I had lightning come out of my hands once.
She looks at you, it's like, huh. You know, there was a Jedi Master.
I've never been able to do that.
His name,
I've never been able to do it before, but
his name was,
like I'm not. Plo who?
Plo Koon. Master Plo Koon. He called it force
I
projection,
actually.
but in
I
essence,
used it
was
on.
just manifesting force in a way, as you said. I'm going to be off camera for 2 moments, but I'm still here.
Okay. If I actually used this against 13th brother, the first time I encountered him,
She looks at you,
remember being so
interesting.
angry, and I felt like I could reach out and grab him with this, and suddenly the lightning just sprang from my hands, and
The force.
I've not done it before. I've not done it again since, even when I'm angry.
Well, it's something. It means that you possibly could access the force that way if you have experienced it before.
So wait, hang on. Is the force tied to my emotions?
The force is tied to everyone's emotion. The dark side
So
of
if I
the
get
force, more stronger emotions like anger, and bits like that. Anger, rage.
you say dark, is that a bad thing to be angry at something?
Well, not always, but in terms of what the Jedi Order's teachings, I should say, that's what it's considered against. But it tends to stem from more anger side of things, the Sith. In regards to the Force that us Jedi have used, is more from our calmness, serenity, not letting our emotions get the better of us, but controlling our emotions and not unleashing them, so to speak.
So instead of getting angry and going into a rage, it's more like focusing your anger and using it to your advantage.
In essence, yes. but not using it in an angry.
In a
form.
controlled
It's-
way.
Yes, controlling yourself. Deep breathing exercises really help, especially when learning.
I mean, you sound like a martial arts instructor.
oh, you know martial arts.
A few different styles. I was a
tell.
bounty hunter before I started all this rigmarole, and to cut a long story short, it was cheaper to learn how to use my fists than it was to buy a blaster. So,
Yeah, that
and
could be true.
ultimately,
Now that
it ended up
now that
working
you
quite
got
well for
force
me.
powers, I guess your job will be much easier. It's like just pick
Well,
your bounty up so they can't run anywhere.
True.
It just sort of laughs a little.
I mean,
trying to make Iron.
it doesn't help. It doesn't really help my punching though. I don't think I can punch people with the force.
You can. If
I'm
you
sorry,
give me
what?
permission to show you.
Irene sort of like raises an eyebrow and is sort of a bit hesitant. It's like, okay, what do you mean?
Force punch.
Okay, yeah, show me.
Green Lantern light.
I'm going to die. Irene's obligation is finished today. Punched in the head by a Jedi Master and he died.
Okay, I misread enhance.
It'll usually be the way for me, so.
Let me just double check. Thingies, because I may have
Wait.
just misread something.
Ben, you're using enhance? Oh no, I never would have guessed this.
And I
We
don't
definitely
think it
didn't talk
does
about
what
this
we
off camera.
thought. I don't think we've realised what it actually does. Because it's when mating in an athletics, coordination, or resilience check.
No. It
You
does
say you
have,
use enhance when mating.
It does have section.
Enhance when made. Jesus Christ.
Yes, always.
An athletics check.
Always use enhance. I
Enhance
believe
lessons
so.
like
Yeah,
before sleep.
it's
That's how the Jedi leap.
It
like,
is,
so
but-
crazy.
Hydrate.
yeah. You can use enhance with the brawl skin.
And
So you
hash.
basically you spend
I just
any
seen it. I just seen it.
force points you get,
Yeah.
and you can increase your brawn up to a maximum of 6.
Hydrate.
What?
We hydrate.
I
Hydrate.
hydrated like 2 seconds ago.
Hydrate again.
Hydrate is a suggestion. It's not to be used
Water.
to waterboard us.
Water. Water.
It is just a
So
suggestion.
more like gate.
It does not mean as a tool to waterboard.
You got to remember, it's got a
The
cooldown of
streamers.
10 minutes.
That's still too lot. Like
I
still
thought we-
potentially
I thought
waterboarding.
we all needed a hydrate.
The code is more like guideline than actual rules.
No one's telling you how
That's
much you need to
you
drink.
can ghost story this turner. You're in one.
You can, you can get a pipette and just like take one drop. It's like
Anyway.
so refreshing.
Hydration.
That's pretty good.
Oh wow.
That's good. Out of curiosity, Ben, how many force die is she rolling?
All of them.
Oh, she's rolling 3. Oh, 4. Oh my goodness.
Rolling d4.
1,
A D4? That's not very much.
4,
We'll be fine.
7. Okay,
Well,
so
just out of perspective, that Irene is a somewhat like she has a basic knowledge of the force. She can roll 2, so this person can roll 4, which is pretty
yeah,
big deal.
Irene's, and you're kind of lucky I let Irene have 2 because really she should only have 1.
Yeah, really, we basically agreed on 2 just so that I could actually use the force powers more often. Because with 1, it tends to fail like 90% of the time.
That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
Because there are more dark side
Enhanced
points on a
use of
force
flavour.
die. There are actually
Yeah,
more
and-
dark side points on a
And
force
she
die
rolled
than there are light
3
side.
She rolled 7 light side points in total.
Wow. Each one of those counts as a success on a brawl check.
Each save counts as a
Oh
success.
my god!
Or an advantage, user's choice.
Yeah.
So you could use all.
fuck.
You could use them to like super crit. She's just.
Remember that time Irene almost died in a fist fight?
Imagine if you had
Round
this ability.
2.
Ew.
Oh, I would have crushed her.
Okay. So. What is that? I'm gonna have to post this.
How much did I die?
You didn't just die. You died, were brought back to life, and then were killed
I will
again.
let
Just
you
to.
take this as strain damage if you want.
I'll take it as physical.
Let's get physical.
Thank God for soak.
Physical.
Actually, no, I've got a -1 for my soak because I said I took my coat off.
Yep.
Good job.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Using the fair use.
And technically
of
a
the,
crit.
fair use of the supporter early access. If you'd like to go and see what Ben just rolled, then go ahead over there. If you are a supporter.
So I'm taking. So is that 12 damage total?
I believe brawn checks are damage-wise are. Have you got it listed, Reese?
The damage is what you roll. Huh?
Have you got it listed? I thought
Damage
it was
is your brawl. Is your brawn skill. It is your brawn. No, yeah, it is your brawn plus whatever you roll.
Okay, so what did I just say? 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
so your
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You said 12.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Braun, not to be
Okay.
confused with Bron, who's just
She
interested in
sort of,
castles.
Punches you in the stomach. You're not going to take this as any damage at all.
Okay, right.
I'm going to say
I was
you can
prepared
take,
to.
You can take
Right.
some of it as strain. Like as strain damage. Just to, as you feel the effect of it. Because she's not
How much
trying
strain
to
do I-
hurt you.
But she's succeeding, nonetheless.
Oh, she did
got a
15
crit.
damage in
I'm
one
not gonna
brawl
activate the
check.
crit against you. That crit
For-
is
for
just
refer-
a success.
Okay, so
Yeah,
for
15
reference,
damage
if
in
I
brawl-
hit
in
at
a
a
brawl
base,
check.
I do. Yeah, that's nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
Would you be if you
how
were
much dam-
taking all that as damage?
I would be on. Yeah, I'd be
you
on
be over threshold?
7. I would not be over threshold. I'd be on 7 hit points left.
Wow. And what's your
My
threshold?
total is 16.
Hmm.
So she could have knocked me out in one punch if I had damage on me already.
Yeah, it's like Irene stumbles back and almost like falls over from like the punch. Like you feel a bit winded, and like both John Luke and Bit see that, like that. You just clutch your stomach and you're like,
Oh.
Oh damn.
it's like it can do that,
Can I make a
and I
resilience check
caught my punch.
not to be sick?
You can. You have just eaten though, so it is going to be 3 red.
It's also going to be would it be a setback if I've got a missing limb?
Yes, everything's
'Cause
a
it says-
setback.
which is
Everything's a
weird, 'cause
setback for you.
Because I don't see how a missing limb affects my ability to keep food down. But okay. No, actually, I can remove a setback from resilience checks thanks to Iron Body. Yay!
You're still rolling 3 red though.
I know it was a very half-hearted yay.
And I'm gonna flip a destiny point and add a purple in
Hey, we
because
finally
I
have a
really
light
want to
side.
make Irene. I really want to make
Irene is
Bob.
gonna chunder. Yep.
We have a destiny.
What do you roll?
1 failure and 3 advantage. So it's not bad, but it's I've
You throw
definitely
up.
been a little sick.
But you only throw up into your mouth and catch it.
Bits hands you.
You can
Bits
taste
hands you an
the
empty bowl.
It weirdly still tastes just as good on its way up as it did going down.
That's a good stew. And a good punch. Oh my god.
Thanks.
How the
He smirks.
Wait, the force made you do that?
Yep.
That's
And
incredible.
she just smirks and it was like, and I kind of pulled the punch a little.
There's more. That's more powerful.
Oh, if I wasn't missing a hand, I'd totally fist fight you right now.
I'm glad you added the word fight on the end
I
there.
was about to say that was nearly a case of me going.
She
That's what
actually
she
said
said.
that.
And that'd have
She
been a
actually
John
said
Luke.
that. I'm glad you added the word fight on.
That'd have been a John Luke.
John Luke's
going.
just smirking in the corner. She just looks over at John Luke, who's smirking, and shakes her head a little.
Ha,
Look,
fist fight.
Irene hasn't
Hands
seen a
on
lady
hips, shaking
friend
my
in
head.
a long time.
Fist.
In a long time.
Ha ha ha! Fist. Hey Ben, what'd that remind
They
you
call
of?
me Mr. Fister.
Ing. Gay.
No. Another thing that we did.
Oh, that.
That.
Well, I guess someone will just have to tip a certain amount of funny numbered bits to find out.
Yes. Ha ha ha.
Uh-oh.
Green giant.
Nice.
Yes, you sort of like keep it in your mouth and then like swallow it back down again.
Okay, can you show me how to
Disgusting.
do that?
I'm sure it's possible.
Oh, throw up in your mouth and swallow it back down again. On command.
I pick bits up and I throw them against the wall. Not with the force, with my hands.
Your hands.
Your hand.
You only have one.
You mean your hand?
Partial.
This one, I just grow a new hand.
She says she nods. She's like,
Sheer force
I
of
can
will.
do.
I'm secretly part troll.
I also need to. I'd also like to see what your skills seem to be like with that lightsaber.
Wait, do you mean here? Like, do you mean like spar or?
I have a
No.
little area.
This
Set
I've got
out.
to see.
You notice there's like an exit and like just on the side near to where the water patch is. She gets up and starts heading towards it. As the pathway takes you upwards onto top of like a plateau area of the mountain. That seems to
I
have
pick up my coat
there's
and
a
I
few
follow.
trees. There's a couple of trees around there. But yeah, so she heads up there, and
I will follow.
you get
and-
to what looks like a little sparring area where she has managed
as
to
as we're
set
going up this,
like something
just
using wood.
just as we're going up the stairs, I think we're about to spar. So I just whisper to Bits. Bits, you've seen Jedi Masters in action. What should I expect?
Hell.
Death.
Yeah, basically. That's exactly what it says.
Bits
Death.
starts to have bits. Can you make me a discipline check, please?
Oh crap! I triggered his flashback. Sorry, Bits.
What's the difficulty?
I was gonna say 3 purple, but I'm gonna upgrade.
Okay.
Red and
We're gonna
red
have
and
some
2
trauma
purple.
today, folks.
I told
But
you I
we
was
need
gonna
it,
use them
so-
outright for like a super move.
That's
unfair.
That's one
That's
success.
really unfair.
One success, 3 advantages.
Okay.
Nice.
You start to have those flashbacks, but you just sort of shake them off.
Yeah. Then sort of like look Irene dead in the eye and like death and
Death.
distraction.
Oh, so my odds are pretty good then, yeah.
Negative.
I just stand
With
there. And
sarcasm.
just, I'm just there, just going.
John Luke's just eating popcorn.
At least though, John, you can hype me up, I guess. If things start getting bad.
I'll throw popcorn at you.
How is that going to hype me up?
It fuels
If
your
you
hunger.
manage to eat some of them, they might give you some energy.
It is sweet after all.
Actually, can I have some of that? Just like, put my hand out. Like, just take some popcorn. Just this is good.
There's a popcorn machine on
So
the
we
ship.
get to the top of the
Like in a
plateau.
compartment.
She's got like what's her setup like for
So you can see like this.
Roger.
Some like training dummies that have been created.
Thank you, Dread.
It looks like she seems to have. Some of the bits looks old, like possibly like Clone Wars era. So stuff that she probably snuck out of like a Jedi training area where they were training. So she had this stuff on her when she
would
fled.
we have seen any of this stuff in either Clive's museum or like the Dantooine temple?
You've seen, I'd say in Clive's museum, you may have seen just sort of like little bits, like broken bits of them. You use a curved hilt saber, don't you?
I do, yeah.
You notice that her hit.
I have a plan
it
for this
looks-
curved hilt saber.
It looks like. It just looks like a really long saber itself. Like the hilt looks a lot longer than normal. Like from looking at it, it looks like it might have 2 emitters on it. You're not too sure.
So, I have a question. Hang on, I've just realised I've been really rude. What's your name? We haven't actually asked your name.
She just smiles a little. It's like, took you that long to ask. My name is, well...
I'm sure you can tell we're not used to meeting
In a
new people
former
very
life,
often.
in a former life, I would have gone by Jedi. I would have gone by Master and then my name, but you can just call me Jara. Jara Zafir.
Jara sounds like Mara.
It's spelt Xhara, and then Jafir is Zjafir.
Spell screw you to anyone who would spell things phonetically.
Yes.
Yep, like I did. So,
Just
Jara,
those thingy keepers. Earrings. Just so you can see it spelled out. The name came to me while at work last Tuesday. Actually, last Wednesday, while I was working.
So if she decided to open a bakery, would it be called Shafir's Cakes?
No.
Oh.
It'd be called Jara Baker now.
No, if she opened a butchery, it'd be called Jara Ham.
If she lived in the country, it'd be
Like
called Jar
farmhouse.
House.
Now that's getting too close to yours. From.
Mm.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's a very elongated hill. Yeah.
Jara,
looks like it might be
what's
two
up with
emitters.
your saber? Is that a
She's
saber,
got
or is it
numbers
like
on
a...
It is.
It looks like a big thermos.
She picks it up, holds it up, so you can see, activates one side, then activates the other.
It's a jewel saver!
Whoa! You could have... There's 2 of them? That's nuts. So it's like a bow staff, kind of.
She's like, I guess, yeah. Very similar aspect to.
How many crystals does it run on?
It has 2.
Thought so.
She then presses another button,
Oh,
like,
crossguard.
and
think I know.
It's split in half.
Star Killer!
And it's quite It's quite versatile, like this.
We've got Star Killer and Jedi Fallen Order vibes going on right now.
You do notice
So-
the bit that comes off, like when it is off, it isn't the exact same size as the one in her primary hand. It looks a lot shorter. So when they're combined together, it looks like it sort of extends, but you notice the hilt that breaks it off is a lot smaller. Like it's lost. It doesn't have as much power to power it, so it turns into more of like a shorter Shoto sort of blade.
Okay. I'm guessing. I'm saying this to us. I'm guessing you use. I'm pointing to the Shoto blade. I'm guessing you don't. You use that one for sort of like offhand attacks and parries, right?
Pretty much, yes. It's
Okay. It's a
but
tricksy fighting
before-
style. I like it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Especially I can break it off like mid spin. Mid spin, I can just sort of break it off and just use two, and then I can smash
That's
them back together and just sort of like she
impressive.
She puts them back together and just sort of like you've seen this before against the Magna Droid.
Oh, the Magna Droid.
You just start seeing her just sort of like flourishy spinning it around as it starts to like just look crazy fast,
Nice.
and you can't really see where like it looks solid almost blur.
Okay,
And then she
so
stops it
are we?
and puts the lightsaber down. Like, you're not facing me yet. I want to see.
Oh, come.
I just want to see your what your style seems like against
Okay.
well dummies that I've set up,
Okay. Seems simple enough. I'll give it a go.
and I'm not talking about your friends. Oh, bow, 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 bow.
Damn.
Hello there.
Tempting
Jesus. Jeez.
You aren't the only one who can put things on blast.
fire.
I just sort of like hold up my hand to bits like that, just like as a fist bump. Boom.
Bye-bye.
Nice. Okay, I will go up to one of the target dummies. I'll take the saber in my hand, activate it. The purple glow sort of like shoots out, and I'll take a swing at the dummy.
Okay.
Is there any?
Luck.
So it's just a basic
So-
difficulty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 2 perp.
That's 3 for that, and 2 for that.
Basically, the amount of successes you roll is just sort of like how good your form is, basically.
Okay.
The more
It's
successes you have, the better it will be.
it's 2 successes and 4 advantage, so it's technically a crit.
Technically, it's a crit. She sort of looks and notices is like she notices you get like a lot of like force behind it. She's like, yeah, you can do it like that, but you're using your brawn at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. That's,
Yeah. She sort of like takes her bit. She takes it in half and so she's just using one lightsaber like you. She's like, just instead of going like more ham-fisted like you would a sword, go for a bit more lighter, a little bit more
Flair.
flourishy, like this. And
There's more joie de vivre.
she pardon me. goes to give you an example. Yeah. Got.
I would laugh if she missed.
Nah.
I doubt she would, but it would be so
she
funny.
So that one out. 1, 2, 3, 4. She got 5 success, 1 being a crit. So you just see her make like some really light strokes, and it just seemed to like a light stroke, just like chop a bit of like the wood off, slice some of it off.
She's sort of like doing all these like flurries and flourishes, and then periodically between the flourishes, every time there's like a rapid sort of like swing and a cut, swing and a cut.
Yeah. And soon there's
Sort of like,
no log left. It's like
it didn't even look like you were cutting it; just looked like you were swinging the blade around.
Good. Sometimes you don't need to put force behind a cut. Sometimes it is all about how you slice, as opposed to how hard you slice.
Okay, how do
You
I
can do just as much damage with a lightsaber by not putting a lot of weight behind it as you would just as much with a sword.
Okay. I'll try it, I guess. So, am I making a cunning check or an agility?
So she was using her Ataru striker skills. So she's able to do it using agility. I'll say for the purpose of this check, you can as well. But you will take a setback because you're not trained in Ataru yet.
Okay, that's fine. My agility is not very high compared to my brawn, so
I'll let
we'll
you take a boost because you've focused and you want to learn. And the wanting to learn to hunt down this person, to hunt down Kubrak, is what's fueling you.
Okay. I did get 2 successes, but I'll roll the extra boost to see if it helps.
Okay.
3 success.
Okay. Yeah, so it seems a bit better this time. You're sort of like picking up on what she's taught.
Just sort of like light, as opposed to like trying to put heavy thrashes in.
What's John, Luke, and Bit's doing as they're watching?
Ooh.
Bits is really like considering what they said about like you wouldn't do very well with a lightsaber if you weren't full sensitive, and then is currently picturing like General Grievous and like his bodyguards who basically use lightsabers more or less. I mean, like I don't know. So
is a cyborg though, so he is part
of him is
yeah, but very little though.
There are also some accomplished like non-force user lightsaber wielders.
Yeah.
It just makes it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She never said it
like,
only said it made it easier.
Wasn't Grievous basically just a heart and a brain? Yeah. And given that your sensitivity to the Force is partly down to how much biological matter you have, would imply that even if he was a bit full sensitive, he probably wouldn't have much connection left.
Yeah, because his head was still...
Yeah, his head is his heart, wasn't it, pretty much? Like, even... And maybe his lungs, I think his lungs as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's why he coughs, isn't it?
Yeah, but he had no digestive tract, as far as I'm aware.
No,
yeah,
he was just...
No.
He was just like... his head was sealed in that helmet, and then he was just a bag of guts in, like, the centre.
Yeah. So it can be done, but obviously he still loves to Obi-Wan, but...
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Bag of guts in a soup sounds like Darth Vader, with a helmet keeping him alive. Really sounds like Darth Vader.
Yep. Although Obi-Wan didn't win that fight.
So, Reese, just roll me a 4-star.
Okay. Just a single 4-star, yeah?
Single 4-star.
It's rolling. It's trying. Trying its hardest, bless it.
Try again.
It's really trying. It's not having much luck. Hang on.
It's not rolling it.
It is rolling. It's taking its sweet time.
Okay.
Hang on, I might have to shut this just so I
You
can.
have to close the tab and reopen it.
I think I might have to.
Have you
You
tried
may
to-
opt
For those at home,
you may opt
for those at home who aren't aware,
instead.
I am using an online dice roller because I do not own a set of Edge of Empire
would you like me
dice.
to roll a 4-star?
They are very hard to come by.
I don't know. You can get them on
You
that.
can get them on Amazon.
Yeah, if you could roll for me.
One dark side.
You can indeed.
Okay, it takes you long. It takes you a bit longer to really sort of like pick up on the technique that she's trying to train you. She's trying to show you. Like you do get it. It just takes a little bit longer for you to just sort of like get used to it.
Okay.
But you do pick up on it.
I think I'm getting the hang of this now.
It's like good. Show me. And she like
Okay.
ignites her lightsaber.
Oh. I will be right with you. The dice spinner is still loading. I apologize for this.
What do you need to roll? 'Cause I can always roll it for you.
Well, I'm rolling with agility.
Okay.
So,
Tell me what you need to roll, and I can roll it for you.
what's the difficulty first, Ben? Because I'm trying to hit her, aren't I?
Well, it's always 2 purple.
It's 2 purple. Does she upgrade if she's an adversary?
She upgrades 3 times.
Oh,
So
dang.
what's that?
So it's 3 reds.
2 red and a purple.
2 red and a purple.
You're also rolling at least 1 setback because,
Okay.
well, I don't have a hand at the moment.
And then what is your base roll?
If I'm using my agility, it's 1 green and 2 yellow.
Also,
Boost as well because it's a single target.
what's your lightsaber skill? Sorry.
My lightsaber skill is 2.
Okay. So
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
she has skilled teacher. So, may as an incidental suffer up to 2 strain to add an equal number of success to the ally's next check. So she's do that because she's teaching you.
She's gonna give you success.
Okay, wait.
You're
she's
gonna get
giving
2
me success.
successes. You're getting 2 successes.
Okay.
You get 2 successes on top of what I'm about
This
to roll
is-
for you.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a lot of dice. I just flipped my dice tray off my fucking desk. Immediately, I had the dice in my
I
hand.
apologise. My internet seems to be having a bit of a time tonight.
What is quite nice is my my mic. The OBS is picking it up. I think. Yeah, OBS picked it up, but Discord doesn't. Okay. Okay.
What's the roll?
I have another idea.
1 failure,
What's
1
that?
advantage.
1
It'd be
failure,
2
1
advantage because I get an automatic.
2 advantage. So 2
It'll be
success.
2.
Is
2
that
success include with what she's giving Reese, and then
so? 1 success.
yeah,
if
1
it's 1
success,
failure?
1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay. Or 2 advantage.
2 advantage.
Okay. So she does block every single bit of block all of it, but she can tell that your swings are good. You're getting there.
Okay.
Like a couple hours have passed since, for the passage of time. It's getting a bit later into the evening. Like, it's not quite sunset, but
Sun's getting
sun
real
is
low.
starting to set.
Hey, big guy.
Sun's getting real low.
That it is. Alright, I have a dice rolling engine up here.
She
Is it working now?
she looks over Irene as like
Kind of.
Irene, while she's close, is like John Luke and Bits are too far away to hear because they were trying to keep back from all the lightsaber-y stuff.
Just in case one
But
goes
she's like,
flying.
Have you ever wanted to influence people's actions?
How do you mean? Like, convince people to do things? I once strung someone along to trigger.
Or to force a certain emotional state. So you could calm someone
I mean,
or to sort of like say you're in a bad situation, calm them down.
I mean,
Or vice versa.
that could be
if you wanna
useful.
rile someone up.
Isn't that a bit? That seems counterintuitive to the Jedi, though, doesn't it? Like messing with
Not
people's feelings.
Not necessarily.
It depends how.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it sounds
If it's
awesome,
used-
but
if it's used to calm someone down, she walks over to John Luke. You see her walk over to John Luke, and
Hello there.
giving her the eyes, it's making the face.
Sue.
Big dice indeed. Big dice energy.
Cool.
Got that big dice energy.
Sue.
Who's Sue?
I said so.
Oh.
Low.
Sue's our boss.
So sue me.
Compliment cocked. Yeah.
God,
Okay. Okay.
God,
So she walks over. John Luke, what's your discipline?
What,
So
the
good.
way to roll it, or
Tell me what you did.
no, it's just a
it would be
Like
too
house-
green.
Okay.
So, do you not have any training in discipline?
Nope.
Oh. John needs to work on his discipline.
She looks
I also need to work on my sleep.
looks at you. She
Exactly, your discipline.
and she says to you is like she says what's she say?
I'm assuming this works.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Okay.
No, yeah.
So if the user spends
You,
a force point and succeeds on the check, he can force the target to adopt an emotional state or believe something untrue, lasting for 1 round or 5 minutes. So she's just gonna say to you is like, there's bugs crawling all over you,
There's,
and you just sort of
there's
like
bugs
look at
crawling
yourself,
all over me.
and you just it feels like you can feel them, and you think you can see them, and like you just see, you hear her say that, and start seeing John Luke freak out.
whoa!
What is this?
John,
But he's freaking out over nothing. Bits
is
is standing
this?
right next to him when this happened.
I don't like this. What is this?
wait,
I feel itchy.
John, it's not real. She's just using a force technique. She's trying to teach me something.
This force.
After about a minute, it fades.
Fuck you.
Is this force tickle?
Force tickle?
No,
No, it's force I presented with a bug on you.
It's force bug.
A bug.
A bug? There's a snake in my
I'm
boot.
making the virus video, Charlie.
Yeah. So she shows you that.
Wait, so how do you actually do that? How do you channel the force to do that?
Magic.
Is it like speaking? Is it like speaking into people's mind?
In essence, to influence their mind.
Oh,
I'm gonna assume that
Right.
Bits and John are playing like fish, like the space equivalent of Go Fish in the corner, and at one point you just hear Bits turn to John and go, "Use the fours, Luke." I'm sorry, lose the fours.
let's go.
Who's Luke? Yeah, I know my middle name's Luke, but... Are you telling me?
I was just trying a thing.
Use the force, John Luke.
Hey, John, I want to try something. I'm gonna put my hand on
No, you're
your
not doing
shoulder.
that
I'm
shit.
gonna.
No,
like,
you're not putting bugs on me again.
I'm not gonna make you see bugs. I'm not gonna make you see bugs. I just want to see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can convince you that the ground is purple or something. I don't know, something harmless.
That's not really harmless. That sounds like that sounds like a spice trip. That shit is
Well,
harmless.
it's not a spice trip. Okay, look, you know me. You can trust me. I'm not gonna make you do anything that's uncomfortable or gonna put you in danger.
Press X
Okay.
out.
I'm like putting my hand on your shoulder, like trying to like. You will give Irene 10 credits. You owe Irene 10 credits.
You just look like, bitch, you crazy.
You crazy. I don't know you anything.
Damn, Space
Okay,
Wizard, you
well,
crazy.
You a crazy space
I
wizard.
was waiting for it.
She's like, she looks at you as like, maybe with time you might learn that. You might be able to pick up on that.
Yeah.
Mine's Obi-Wan.
Oh, by the way, Bitsy has no fours.
And she looks over at Irene. Is like, why don't you try to project that power you did before at the log
Wait.
over there?
Wait, you mean the lightning?
Yeah, try.
Okay, it happened when I was angry. Say something to make me angry. John, say something to make me angry.
Fuck you!
That's just you.
Can I punch Irene?
She puts her hand out to shake, and it'd be the hand you'd have to shake with your other hand. You've lost. She's like, shake my hand.
Okay, well now I'm not angry, I'm just annoyed.
Can I punch Irene?
Go for it.
Sweet.
You.
Let me roll my brawn.
What's
Not
what's your brawn skill, Mike?
Two green. I have not put anything in brawn because I don't tend to do fist fights.
Well, there's no reason for you
No,
to.
exactly. I mean, I could shoot you, but then I'm dealing. I don't have my updated sheet. Oh shit. That's not my updated sheet. I'm missing a gun.
Yes, you are. It's in the Dragoon.
The Dragoon.
One success, one advantage.
You
Okay.
punch Irene in the face.
I'm gonna
It
punch your
does no
face in the face.
No, do you know
It does
that,
no
do you know
damage
that
'cause my
scene in
soaker kills
Sherlock
it.
where Sherlock's like, hit me, and then and then Sherlock hits John, and then John hits him back, and then they just have a massive fight. That's what's gonna happen. Oh shit! I need to remember what fucking. I put
Okay,
those
that's
stats in as well.
you punch Irene and she just doesn't react. So it's just like, okay, that's not gonna
Okay,
work.
she puts her hand on your shoulder. Activates force influence.
She's gonna make me angry
Oh.
now.
If you want to willingly fail this discipline, chat, like the discipline, if you
I
want to
will-
willingly
I
let
will
her
willingly
see,
fail it for the purpose that we're trying
Not
to act.
you.
Not me.
not you,
Not you, it's me.
not
Oh,
you.
She's
well,
trying to
how
make me
about
angry.
to get her
Okay,
angry.
well,
Well,
I look at
why
her
go
and go,
for
well,
a
what are you
middleman when she could just do it outright? Huh?
wait, I'm telling you, are you doing the emotion thing on me?
Yes.
Just,
I'm just
look,
gonna
I
make
didn't
you
really
angry.
have. I didn't really have great control over it. Okay, so just make sure they're okay.
They're standing behind us. The log's over there.
Okay, all right. You can do it.
So she
You can do it.
forces you into adopting a
Hey,
bit more of
hey,
an
what's up, little
angered
Miss
state.
Shipwright?
I want you to roll me
Welcome
a
to the Hall of
discipline check,
Magnificence,
No,
where every
no,
hero
stop.
Oh,
Everyone
okay.
stop.
is
Ben,
magnificent.
everyone stop.
What?
Stop.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Little Miss Shipwright,
Yeah.
thank you for 5 tier 1 subscriptions.
That's 50.
Holy,
Holy shit. So, Call Me Steiner, Son of a Bish, Varen Solaris, Esther Eggs, and Boss Wolf, thank you. Welcome to the Dice Tray Tower.
Hey Charlie, you got a.
Thank you
got
very
a
much,
sub.
guys.
You
Thank
got
you
a
very
sub,
much, so much.
Charlie. Thank you so much.
That's
Little
amazing.
Miss Shipwright.
We don't have any emotes left. We don't have any emotes yet. We are.
That's
trying to
our
work out
our
on
first
getting
ever
some
gift here. That's the first ever gift.
That's
also-
insane. Thank you
that's-
so much to everyone that watches.
All good, Little Miss Shipwright. Don't need to.
Did-
You don't have to raid us.
That's also 30 quid.
That is also
Oh.
30 quid. Shit!
That is nuts.
I saw that and I was just like stunned silence. It was like
That's
for like
like-
5 seconds where Mike was like, "Whoa, wait, hold up, what the fuck?"
That's why I had to stop.
I had to close.
everything
I had to
going
close the
on.
stream because it was so. It was slow my internet, so I had to close it. So I have no idea. That's
You know,
just
we
happened.
just got hit with 5
Oh my
tier
God.
1 subs.
She was going to raid us, but it was Snarky's birthday.
Yes, I knew. all good.
Oh,
It's all good though. But thank you so much, Bex, for the support. We love you. Love you so much.
thank you.
Thank you,
That would be
thank you, lad.
Continuing on.
And now our latest sub is Boss Wolf, which I'm very proud of because I love that name.
Boss Wolf. It's my friend.
that's a pretty good name.
My friend Sam.
I'm definitely going to work on something that, like, can name something or.
Yes.
Where's Heroes Welcome?
Remember to
There you go.
all the new subs. Hey Charlie, guess what?
Welcome to the Hall of
That's
Magnificence,
what plays.
where every hero
That is what
is
plays when they join.
magnificent.
When there's a gift sub.
Nice.
Hey,
Charlie.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Charlie,
nice.
you get to
And
do,
when
you
they
get to
raid.
give you get to request a monthly Q&A now.
Can I request myself? And I'm just like,
have you linked your Twitch and
Stick
Discord?
yourself down in front of a mirror and just be like, "What are you thinking?"
so what was your greatest inspiration in life? Well, me.
It's like split personality.
I've always
Do,
wanted to talk to myself.
No, what's
Really
the fuck? What? Oh, damn it! What's the one where he does?
As our first gift sub, I'm going to work on something that, like, Bex can have.
Bex, you're gonna get some additional rewards.
You can have John Luke's virginity.
John Luke has already lost his virginity. Back on Kessel.
You can have it again.
Roger, Roger.
Oh,
Actually,
we
you
got
know
a
what?
Roger from Little Miss Shipwright as well.
Roger,
Nice.
And John Luke got a Roger as well.
Yes,
You know what?
Roger,
That's going
Roger.
to be really fun. You can make someone re-roll
Okay.
Little Miss Shipwright.
Ooh.
You can invoke a reroll on
No.
any
Oh,
Let's
person.
use it to help us.
That's me. That's any of them three.
You can use it on
any of
any
us.
4 of us. But only
You can
once.
even save it for when we do it.
Oh.
You can even save it.
Yeah?
That's
Save it to use
huge.
Unless
whenever.
it's really bad.
Even if we're not playing D&D.
That's
Okay, maybe
huge.
save it for Star Wars because I don't want to, like, off either.
It's
Oh,
being
I knew
saved.
I was going
It's
to
being
refer to
saved.
Ryan George,
It's being saved for another session.
the guy who does
Cool.
the guy who does pitch meetings where he plays all the characters. That's going to be me.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, So. Where was I?
That's pretty
Yes.
good.
Roll me a discipline check.
That's pretty good.
What
2 red.
2 red. Okay. I get a setback on this because I'm missing a limb. Still hate that feature. Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben.
2 success, 1 advantage.
Nice. We love that.
Irene's getting angry.
Hope the stream went okay.
Got angry.
Ship, right?
But this means that roll me a 4 star.
Okay. 1 light side.
Nice. Is that all that you rolled?
Just 1.
1. What was the rest? Was dark side.
The game is going well. Irene is learning to become a proper Jedi after
Losing a hand.
19 sessions.
Yeah, after 19
I only rolled a single force die, so it was only 1.
You rolled
Mhm.
2.
We've been playing this campaign for over 40 hours,
Oh,
and she's finally
Hang on, I'll
becoming a
roll a second
Jedi.
okay. There's 2 light side total.
Okay. You have the rules for harm and heal.
I do have the
Harm,
rules for
whatever.
harm.
Whatever it's called. Heal /
I need to find it.
Bits and John are playing
It's
Space
Protect
Go Fish in the
Oh, no.
corner.
Is it that one? Protect
Is it-
Unleash, yes.
It's
Protect Unleash.
Spago Fish.
Technically, if I want to use Unleash, I have to spend Dark Side, don't
Excuse me. Oh, that was a loud one.
Whilst you're trying to concentrate on
It's
that,
Force Judgment. It's Plo Koon's Force Judgment if it's light side.
I?
whilst you're trying to concentrate on that, you sort of hear from Bits and John in the corner, and he goes, "Do you have any queens?" And then Zed snaps.
Go fish!
So you have to roll
yeah,
a
I
discipline
can.
check.
I do have to roll a discipline check, but I can
purple.
use it. 2 purple.
You needed 2 success to actually use Unleash. To
Yeah.
Nice.
That is a total of 2 success, 3 advantage, which I believe for Unleash. Oh no, it's a rating of 4. Damn. I thought for a second I critted. I was going to be like, huge. But yeah, it does. So it does damage equal to my willpower. Yeah, base damage just equal to my willpower. So that's 4. So it does 4 damage to the statue or the target dummy.
yeah,
It begins.
you blast this thing in half, like you blast some of it off with. This time it's more of a. So beforehand, what color was it?
Beforehand, it was dark side. I used dark side and light
No,
side.
So what
but-
color was the lightning?
Oh, last time it was purple, sort of a purplish
Last time
color.
it was purple. Now it's more of. It's still a bit of a purplish color.
It's pink
it
lightning.
Seems more of it seems more onto a bluier side.
It seems calmer.
Yeah.
So I have to ask: do I not feel as angry as I did before?
You feel the anger. You just feel
Or
like
is
you
it-
controlled it in a different way. You feel like this is
I'm
what
gonna
you were
turn
saying
to-
about controlling your emotions. You're
I'm
like
gonna turn to Zara
it
and
finally clicks. It like sort of like you just have that sudden realization of it just clicks, and you just understood finally what she meant.
Is that what you were trying to tell me, Jara?
Yeah.
So this whole
Like-
time you were telling me to control my emotions, you meant to control my emotions. Mind blown.
Like rather than just using them in their raw form, just taking a
We didn't
second
set
to
one up for
focus
Facebook.
them.
Oh, I need to add that to the side.
What about Bookface?
What about MySpace? Huh?
Eh.
Guys?
What the
And
fuck's
Bing.
MySpace?
Still here.
No one wants
Still
to
here.
invade
Still
your
with that
space.
whiteboard. Anyone want to join my space? You kids
It's
like
time.
Senga?
For Maximum Sanchez.
Maximum Sunshine.
I'm sorry.
Maximum
Gambit.
Irene at the moment.
So yeah,
I love
you
we
just
have
sort of
sound
like
effects.
unleash, and you guys see this. You just sort of like see her just like shoot out this bluishy purple lightning, and you just get a little bit of a clap from her. It's like, you understood what I mean about controlling them?
It's less of a raw anger, it was more directed.
Yes.
Well, if we
Didn't
ever need a
think
ship
about
jumpstart-
just. I didn't think about just how much I hated him. I just thought about how I had to beat him.
Okay. That's
It's-
a good way to do it.
If we ever need a jump start for the ship, we know who to call.
Well, you're gonna have to get me pretty pissed off if you want to do that. So,
will be easy.
if your punch is anything to go by, John, no.
I have other methods.
Also, your knuckles look bruised. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'll just go and touch your things. That's how I piss you off.
Stay out of my things, John. Or the lightning won't be going in the engine.
Okay. So
That's nuts. Wait, do other Jedi do this then? Sorry, you said this. You said that Plu guy did this.
Plo
Do you do this?
I can't, but I've seen it be used.
Wait, why can't you do it? It's just like a normal Force thing, right? Anyone can do that, can't they?
It requires different attunements, of course. I haven't personally trained to use that particular ability. But I know some Jedi Masters that had. For
Wow,
example,
so that's-
Master Plo Koon
So
was
it's
on our council.
not. So you're saying it's not a normal thing, or it's just it
I
takes a
don't think
different
the
kind.
Force is a normal thing, full stop, but
Well, you're not wrong there. It just
it definitely...
takes a different. So you said attunement. Do people connect with the Force in different ways?
Yes. Force binds us.
It penetrates us.
It gets a restraining order.
It binds the galaxy together.
Binds
Okay,
us
John. Now you just
together.
repeated what Clive said.
I mean, is
You
How
didn't
do you know
believe
he
him.
wasn't just quoting John?
but yeah, it could be quoting me for all we know.
I mean, have you ever said that before? I thought you didn't believe in the Force.
Sure.
Well, at least until we started hanging out.
Hanging out. We sound like fucking school kids.
Hanging out. Fucking hanging out.
So we started traveling together. Oh,
I'm
come on,
Fez.
grow up.
Fezzes are cool.
Dun, dun, dun,
Controls
dun,
get
I like to think John Luke has actually found like a leaf or something around, like, and put it on his head. Like, look at this Fez.
It's actually my.
It's a
what I
red
find
coloured
quite funny,
leaf.
It's actually my dice tray.
I don't recognize your voice, but your fez is familiar.
It's why is John wearing a leaf on his head?
He thinks he is a lethal weapon.
Ha!
I'm a lethal
Nice.
pilot.
Oh yeah, how much did you win from him in cards?
That's a good question.
Were you playing for credits?
Periodically, I just switch caps.
Were you playing for credits or just playing for funsies?
Would John have played for credits?
Or would he just play for funsies?
To be fair, we kind of like sharing the pool because the vast majority of the money is like a shared
It's
pot,
not
isn't it?
one person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a credit chip that belongs on the most heavily armed person in the group.
Well, no, you know why we put it on.
Send
bits?
your most heavily armed droid.
You know why
He
we
is
put it on
literally
bits,
like,
right?
you have to prize this from my cold, dead hands.
Because we give it to the droid because he's basically our heavy, so he won't go down quicker than us. It would just be funny when.
Yeah,
You know, your-
if
you know
all else
your-
fails, if you get captured, I can just like buy a mercenary army to come and save you.
You know your officer
Anywho.
badge. It would just be funny if the credit chip's just under that.
Anywho, yeah, so it's getting a bit later. Sun starts to set now.
I feel like I've really been enjoying the training, but I feel like I've been neglecting John and Bits a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sort of.
We're in the corner just rocking.
Well,
I've got
just
the
before
little
dinner,
crazy.
I like, John, your punch was pretty weak. Do you want me to actually show you a couple of techniques? Maybe a few self-defense things in case you're caught without your blaster?
Caught with pants down.
Caught me with me pants down. No, I'll just secrete a blaster in between my ass crack. John
That's
would do
An ass
No.
blaster?
It's an ass blaster. It's a shit.
next to the grab boys.
Sounds a bit gay to be honest.
I'm not gonna shaft
Uh,
a pistol.
All right, come on, John. Right. Do you want me to at least show you how to throw someone off balance if they if they try to come at
I
you?
want to punch someone, not throw them off balance.
Okay, I'll teach you how to punch.
Sure.
Right, so you want to keep your arm level, and the important thing is the snapback. It's the snapback that generates the force. If you lean too far in, you'll push yourself forward and you'll go off balance.
John Luke puts his hands up.
So come on, hands up like this in a guarded stance.
He's gone
And
like,
just-
he's gone like this.
Irene holds up her hand like this. Go, all right. Aim at the palm. Don't look at me. Look at where you're trying to hit.
This could be a case of I accidentally punched you in the face.
Can John have a boost? Because I'm trying to teach him.
Yes.
If I failed this, do I punch
Yeah.
Irene in the face?
Maybe.
I'm gonna flip a destiny point to make
Okay.
it harder. So it's one red, one purple.
Aye.
I'm not gonna give you the setback for defense because I'm letting you punch my hand.
Okay.
So it's just the red and the purple
And the boost die.
and the boost die. Yeah.
On top of my lovely 2 greens.
I'm trying to help.
And the Spanish
teach you.
Inquisition.
Well, I don't succeed and I don't fail. But I get an advantage.
What did you get?
I got blank.
On everything.
Well, no, it wasn't blank on everything. I got a wash.
Okay.
Yeah, it's blank.
You can re-roll.
You
Should
can
we-
re-roll
should we
for a
use-
destiny
No,
point.
so I'll flip a destiny point because I do kind of want to learn
Okay.
how to fucking fight.
Yep.
Let's update on stream.
That's still wrong.
Which is still wrong.
Should
How many
be
destiny points have you
2 and
flipped?
4.
How many destiny
flipped
points have you
3.
flipped?
I flipped 3.
Did you?
He flipped
Yeah, you-
3.
Yes.
You have to make. You have to shout. You have to say this loud if you're gonna flip a destiny.
I have been.
That's better.
You have to
That's
throw
better.
something at Mike, otherwise he won't hear.
I fail. One failure.
Nice.
You've just whiffed twice.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
failed before and spent a destiny point to whiff.
So you go to punch Irene hand. So you're aiming for a hand, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you miss. Do punch her in the nose though.
Okay.
Sorry. Please don't enforce lightning me.
Well, we need to work on your aim.
No, my aim is great.
You need to work
when
on its
using-
fisting.
When using a gun.
Yeah, but you still need to aim with your fists, John. You need to.
I'm a
You
smuggler.
need to.
not a
If you don't
baller.
connect,
I'm a
She-
smuggler,
if you
not a
don't
baller.
connect with the right spots, you're not going to do the damage that you
Sharkle's
need
over.
to
You
do.
need to direct your punch.
Look, there'll be situations, John, where a blaster isn't going to help you out. Like you're going to need to rely on just your hands. You can always fall back on your hands. You can't fall back on a blaster because it will go off and shoot you in the back.
But you lost a hand.
Jara taps Bits and just sort of like falls backwards and catches herself with her hands. And she's like, fall back on your hands, get it?
It just sort of like stares at her for about 10 seconds and then slowly turns away.
That'd be really weird, because you've seen Jedi Masters like literally ripping droids apart, and now you've got one that's trying to crack jokes in front of you.
Really lame jokes as well. It's like, oh my god.
She hasn't had company for years. What do you expect?
I know.
Bits does not consider this an excuse.
No.
Bits has very high standards for comedy. Very.
The thing about comedy is all about surprise, and when you're basically a living computer that's gained sentience, it's very hard. It's hard to surprise you. Yeah.
The subversion of expectations is difficult when it can predict possible expectation. Oh. Okay. Bits, what about you? Do you have any hand-to-hand skills?
And sort of like shrugs. It's like we shall see.
I hold up my hand and go, same as you. Give it your best shot.
Hear me with
Okay.
your best shot.
What's the difficulty?
2 purple, unless Ben decides to upgrade one.
Okay, 2 purple. And it's a brawl check, yeah?
Nah,
It is indeed.
Yo. 5 successes.
Okay, nice.
So Bits basically like goes to punch. It's actually a feint, and as you go to block, sort of like grabs you and like lifts you up as if he was about to throw you to the ground, and then stops.
Suplexes you.
Yeah, he's about to suplex you, and he's like stops at the last second.
It's like that scene in Dirty Dancing when they get lifted up.
Yeah.
I've had the time of my life. I've never felt this way before. I swear that's the truth.
And she owes it all to you.
Okay, that was impressive, Bits. Well done. Just an important thing to note, and I take the knife away from the side of your neck, is always watch out for what your enemy's holding.
Especially when they have a lightsaber.
Yeah. Just be careful of grabs, because it can quickly be turned against you.
Like
But that was really good.
That wasn't me saying that. That was Jara saying that. Especially when they have a lightsaber.
I'm gonna
You
give
know
you
that all
both
too
like,
well.
Ooh, she's calling you out for the Clone Wars stuff now.
She.
Hey, Zara, you don't. A bit of an awkward question, but Bits doesn't make you feel uneasy, does he? He's a trusted friend.
You're still
currently all right.
Origin's still currently being held up in the air at this point because Bits was distracted by that comment.
She looks over. It's like,
Bits, you put me down.
not really.
Yeah.
They were
Thanks.
programmed in order to fire upon us. Like, I understand that.
I mean-
It's war. It's what happens. Like, in every single instance of that, it's a case defending myself. Your friend has not shot at me, therefore I have no reason to hold any malice towards him.
I mean, that's a fair way of looking at it. Can I ask maybe a difficult question?
I've had many years of meditation.
I feel like this is fair, seeing as you already know something fairly crucial about me.
Go ahead.
What actually happened to the Jedi? Because you keep talking about a purge and like something of the Empire. What actually happened?
For the next 2 hours, she starts explaining the entirety of the Clone Wars and everything that led up to it. 2 hours pass.
And then they all lived happily ever after. Wait,
And
no,
the bits-
sorry, wrong
And
story.
and bits that she misses, like bits chimes in with like comments and added little bits himself as well, like other perspective.
Shit. And not just the men, but the women and the children too. Like,
Yes,
damn.
all of them dead.
And the CGI lizards, those were a thing too.
Yes.
We only wish they were dead.
It seems like a bit of a weird direction to take something that's led mostly by practical effects and kind of thrived on it, but
One moment, I'm going to just roll a mechanics check here to repair the fourth wall.
we have got to fix that hole in the fourth wall.
Breach!
Hole breach alert!
Yeah, you spent about like two hours talking about this. It's like pretty late now. She's like, well,
Well,
I know that you want to get on quite quickly, but I do feel that you should stay a couple of days to
A couple of days?
a couple of days to properly train.
look, I've waited for it for a long time, and I know he's not going anywhere, and what you're saying is right. If I try to fight him now, I won't win.
Probably not.
I can't let Mara down, so I'll stay and I'll do what it takes.
She looks at you, it's like, how many days are you willing to stay?
Like I said, as long as it takes.
She's not just speaking to you, she's speaking to everyone.
How much of this can we do in a confined space?
Is that what you're asking? Like,
It's a genuine question towards her.
Well, we have this, we have the mountaintop, we have an entire planet that the Empire have not.
That doesn't
touched.
answer my question. How much of this can we do in a confined space?
Doesn't have to just be in a confined space, as I said.
He's
we?
talking about taking you with us, Chip.
Probably best not, especially lightsabers involved.
I'm just itching to fly again.
I also would prefer.
Actually,
I've managed to survive all this time out of wind of the Empire and
Yeah, but
out of wind of
we-
civilization. I do not want to jeopardize that. My
We
own
can
safety.
vanquish the Empire with your help.
I don't know that that's something we can do by ourselves, John.
She looks at you as like,
We
I'm
have-
not looking to do that. I'm just looking to survive and look after myself
We
right
have
now.
droids,
unfortunately.
and other things, and and us.
It's as if we would need some kind of rebellion
We're not alone
to
in
take down the
Gambit.
Empire.
We have backup.
Oh no, the fourth wall is broken again. One moment.
Touch it up. Quick, I'll run a mechanics check.
I mean, John, you saw what happened to the Vox binary outpost. Like, we saved the civilians, but we lost loads of droids. Like,
And that's something we will
It's-
never let happen again with her help.
we can't. Like, one person can't take on the entire empire themselves.
We took on the entire we took on a massive assault of the Empire.
Yeah, we as in a group. Like, Zara's not
I'm
gonna.
saying
No
that
offense,
she's
but
gonna be on
she's
her
not.
own. She's gonna be with us. She's been.
Why are you so hell bent on
think
getting
I
rid of the empire?
for years.
Did I freeze out?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yeah, she basically says that she's been on exile for years. She doesn't really want to get involved or get caught by the Empire. She's quite content where she is. And also because of lightsabers, the different abilities, there isn't really like a ship is not the best place to train.
Also, John, where's this coming from? When have you been? Since when are you gung ho to go and like fight the empire? I mean, I don't like him either. Don't get me wrong, but like, we can't take on like a force that massive.
Yes, we can.
I mean,
Ever since they
Are you
blew
talking
up
about, like,
this binary base, I'm pissed. You know, just watching, and you know, all those droids. You know,
She looks at you. There's always chances for it. Is it not better to hang back and train and then unleash yourself with more surprise, with more power, with more knowledge?
I've been running away from a lot of things in my life. It's time to run towards something.
Why not stand still for a few days
I
first?
tried that. It nearly got us killed.
Yeah, but
She
John,
looks at you, it's like, there's nothing around here at the moment.
John, I can't carry on without some sort of training. I mean, look, you've seen what happens. I can use the lightsaber, but I can't use it properly, and I've such limited control of the Force. Like, I want to get that bastard. I do. But it's because of how badly I want to get him that I'm willing to take the steps.
I want to put a hole
Be
in
ready.
his chest.
It sort of like puts his hand on John's shoulder and says, "Think of it like the calm before our storm."
You'll get the chance, John, I promise. We'll all get a chance. And hey, maybe there's something we can do. Maybe we can go around, maybe we can help the Vox, keep helping the Vox binary, keep them safe. But we can't do that effectively unless we're prepared to do it, and we're not at the moment. Look, I lost a hand to a freaking jungle cat. I don't know how.
I nearly lost my
I don't know how long I've
that
lost.
bastard.
Exactly. He nearly killed us in one ambush. Like, a straight up fight is going to be just as difficult.
Because we were at a disadvantage.
I kind of want to make a coercion check, but at the same time, I kind of just want to let this roleplay roll out.
John Luke's taking a different side now.
I mean, look, we don't want you to go off on your own. We're better together.
Also, you're our ride, and we'll be stuck here.
Right, that's a fair point.
You're not welcome, Josh.
I don't want to live on this jungle planet forever. And it turns to the jelly lady, he's like, no offense.
Are you telling me I'm your ride or die?
None taken.
Look, John, I'm asking you this as a friend. I need to stay here for a few days. I need to learn. Just give me that time, and then we'll go and do something with it. Believe me, no one wants to get this guy more than me. That's why I want to do it right.
It was Zabrak starring Irene.
I thought they didn't make lightsabers like that anymore.
She goes to like a chest and hands like the she gives all three of you blankets. It's like I don't know if you kind of want this blanket bit, but one as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Keep
Sarah.
the circuits warm, I guess.
It can't
Pretty
hurt.
cold.
Thank
It
you.
can get pretty cold in the evening.
I'm going to share out some rations as well, because I imagine she's not had much, like, in the ways of, like,
Variety of
different
food.
foods. Yeah, so I'm going to share out some
She
rations.
actually, like, you notice in the stew there was some meat in it, as well as, like, vegetable.
Mystery meat.
She does actually have you didn't see it, but in another bit of it,
It's like venison.
the bit that goes up, she does have like a little garden,
Little farm.
Oh,
little farm.
Garden
You haven't
farm.
seen it.
sweet.
Yeah, you guys sleep for a bit.
For a bit. I'm in a separate
for the
section.
day, for the night. Can each of you just roll me a force die?
Yeah.
Can do. Uh-oh.
You have destiny points to re-roll with.
We do have destiny points.
I'm gonna re-roll mine.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, destiny point spent. Re-roll.
Yeah, destiny point.
Destiny point.
Charlie.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not going to use
got
Destiny Point. I'm going to keep my dark side.
Okay. Okay.
Irene got 1 light side.
Okay.
John Luke got 2 light side.
Okay.
Hey.
So you kind of all spend the time respectively trying to like train as well, just to sort of better yourself. Like not just training like combat wise, but also other skills. Trying to learn other skills. Bits you're just having a bit of a hard time. It takes it a bit longer to adapt to just sort of like this. You haven't kind of been in a ship for a lot of the time most of the past years. It's been a while since you're actually on surface this elongated period of time. Johnny, you just sort of like you're just so fueled. You're really like pumped. Like you're really like firing. Like you're not just training with sort of like your rifle / pistol. What other things you sort of like training with?
Well, I was actually going to say as well, because I brought my data pad, I was going to say that I had switched it on overnight, and just the hologram of it is Kessel.
Okay.
So it's not really much of a training thing. It's more of a kind of a backstory kind of thing.
Okay.
Because in the back of John Luke's mind, he knows that he's going back there at some point.
Yeah. Can each of you make me a perception check, by the way?
Yes.
2 purple. 1 purple.
I definitely remember I put ranks.
1 purple. 1 purple. This is while you're training one day, about like 5 days into the, like you're coming near to the end of what you felt like is long enough to stay here. So a few days.
For the perception total.
Yeah.
2 success, 2 advantage, 1 triumph.
Okay. Bit.
2 advantages.
Okay, John Luke.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. You see the ship sort of in the distance, just sort of like come in quite quick and land. And like Jara looks a bit concerned. It doesn't look like Empire nor
Guys, we've got
you'd have encountered ships like this possibly during your smuggling days. Can you make me a knowledge underworld check?
Yeah, of course. Any difficulty?
I'm gonna say with the triumph, Irene, that you sense that there might not be something right about that ship. Like, it doesn't look like Empire, but it doesn't friendly.
Guys, I'm not getting friendly
getting
vibes from the ship at all.
I'm gonna upgrade though.
Okay, so 1 purple, 1 red.
Why not?
I mean, you did say that the ship, it looks like something I like the look of. Look my ship right, thank you for the lurk.
She didn't do it right, I don't
think. It's exclamation lurk, but...
Yeah.
Can I just confirm we're at 4?
There was an attempt. There was an attempt to lurk.
We're at 4-2,
/ there was an attempt. Pardon?
We're at 4-2 on the destiny points.
You can always retry.
4 dark, 2 light. Cool. one success, one advantage.
Okay. You think it's pirates?
Guys,
Probably pirates.
We may have an issue here.
I'm not getting good vibes from the ship, John. Do you know what it could be?
It does not look like. I recognise the kind of ship, but it doesn't look friendly. This could be pirates.
Pirates?
And our ship. They've probably seen our ship on entry.
Typically, you know that a lot of pirates, a lot of them tend to be like weak way. You know, like in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may have to go down there and investigate.
As you
I think we
sort
need
of
to.
like. So it looks like it'd be a bit of a trek, like maybe hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Might be quicker to go back to your ship and fly there.
Maybe we might do that. If it's quicker to do that, we'll do that.
Do you tell everyone that like you think you said it might be pirates?
Yeah, I would have mentioned to Irene. I'm like, I think this could be hostile.
Jara's standing nearby while, like you're saying, they're all helping train Irene. Obviously, this is near to the end of Irene's training.
It's been like a week and a half or something, hasn't it?
I think that's yeah. Yeah, you've all been using time quite well.
It's a Jedi crash course.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, in a
Jedi
post-Empire world,
Jedi training for
what can you do?
So Jara's like, well, if you think they're pirates and they're hostile, it's only about of time before like they plan to use the planet's hideout before they bring the Empire here. So
We may have to get rid of them.
I'm in agreement.
It'll be quicker for us to get back to
She
our
can
ship.
see the distance. It's like, yeah, that would be at least a day's walk.
Don't worry, we've got a ship. It's literally over that way. And I point in the direction
She
of the
can
ship.
see it where you're actually at. You can actually see the ship.
So
You can actually see the ship through the trees.
I'm guessing I'm going to have an easier time getting down than we do coming up because I'm guessing she knows an easier way down.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
She actually knows a
Hallelujah!
quicker way to where you. She
I'm not
actually
gonna
knows a
die.
quicker way. So it took you like what 2 hours to get to her place, didn't you
Yeah,
say?
about that.
Yeah,
roughly.
But it takes you about an hour.
Nice. Right.
I imagine that's been a source of comfort for John, is
well,
being able to see the ship where we
Thank
are.
you, Ben, because John Luke he was itching to fly again, so...
So yeah, you guys go back to the ship.
Let's kick this fucking overdrive.
Just need to sort of, like it hasn't been turned on in a week and a half. Actually, would you? Because it was like about only an hour or two away. Would you have gone to visit the ship to maintain?
Yes. No, I would have. Yeah, I would have gone back occasionally.
Okay,
especially
Jara
for-
would have
for-
Jara would have showed you a way back.
Okay.
Would have long before, so you all know it. Okay. Because you keep maintaining the ship during the time. Sort of like take off and fly over to it.
Smooth.
Sort of
Sick.
as you just sort of standing there, like the camera is all of you in the cockpit, looking out the window, front window, as the takes off with cockpit, and sort of like fly towards it. Then the camera sort of just pans it outward, sort of like see the ship fly toward the area, and it just camera keeps panning outwards. Like this, can't really see the ship. It appears pans further out, like the planets appear, fades to black. Credits roll.
Oh, what a great episode!
Ah,
Perfect.
a training montage episode.
Training
Oh, I loved it.
episode. So what is that? What has that done in respect of kind of obviously with.
I'm giving you more XP than I was.
Nice. Okay, so we can upgrade some stats and shit.
You've in essence had a week, so I'm gonna counter that into the fact that you're doing stuff. So I'm gonna work out the XP.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Reese, we already know how is your stuff out.
Yes.
So you've come to the end. You're in essence. I'm considering this the end of your training.
I'm no longer a Force Exile.
We're going to talk about this off stream.
Because we like to keep that in suspense for everyone.
Will this be in the early access? Some of this
Yes, it will.
information?
It will be some of the information will be in early access. So
Some
for
of it.
one of our new subs or anyone that's on the Patreon, you will get sweet early access to what's going to be coming up next week. If you head over to the Discord, do !Discord, which I'll pump in right now. Boom. Head over to that. You can also chat with us off stream. We do like to keep that somewhat busy, so come spam us.
Yep.
Just don't
It'll
tag us
be
too
under
much. That's
rewards.
Yeah, and as part of obviously the rewards as well, Q&As and shit. We love that. So thank you everyone for.
We do have a question. We do have a question and answer channel on our Discord.
We do.
All right.
We do indeed.
Feel free to ask any questions relating to anything tabletop, roll the die, whatever.
Yeah.
Our hair care routines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mine's dish soap.
Mine is use shampoo every
Ah.
day.
I just sit one of my dogs on top of my hair and let it roll
Fancy.
around, and then it's done.
John Luke.
John wears a hat.
I actually kind of want to get a fez.
John Luke does the when Harry met Sally thing and uses the old alternative to hair gel.
Oh, wait, you mean
There's something about Mary?
Something
That
about
was it.
Mary?
That was it. I always get the two films confused. Anyway,
It's confusion.
thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you
Thank you,
everyone.
Little Miss Shipwright, for that.
Thanks
awesome-
everyone so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you
Give
again.
I hope you've enjoyed
Give
it.
subs.
And it's going to get intense next episode. There's going to be some action, and
do you say
it's
that
just going to
next
kill
time-
everyone before we can even get
For
involved.
Maximum
Maximum
Sanchez.
Irene.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everyone to be so geared up and ready, and Bits to use his ultimate and just annihilate all the minions instantly.
Join us next week for episode 20, titled TBD.
We hit the 20.
The best.
I
Jackson.
already have an idea for the name.
Okay. Well, as always.
I'm still workshopping it though.
No worries. As always, thank you everyone for the support. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. Always.
4.